welcome in. How's everyone doing today? On this, actually, it's not too hot today. I would complain about the heat, but it's really not too bad. Although having my PC on for the next like 3 hours might be. But yeah, welcome in everyone. How are we doing? How's everyone's week? Hey Maestro, and thanks for the 7 stream streak. You've been degenning hard this week, Draconian. I see that. Although, yeah, no, actually, that's 2 Genshin streams. That's weeb behavior. We get Kalani's lows for our true. It is. We can all be grateful that we don't live in Las Vegas. The heat wave's coming to end here. It's gonna be 26 degrees tomorrow. Not too bad. Not too bad. Here it's like low 20s, so we're chilling. Oh, the Mitao hat. Okay, one sec. Let me go grab it. I'm rolling over. BRB. Okay, I'm back. I got it. You're making scramby eggs? You're gonna eat on fresh bread toast? What kind of bread is it this time, man? What is your bread like? What is your bakery menu now? Like there's the pumpkin bread. No, it was carrot bread. Carrot bread, the sourdough, the one that's crackly. You know, the crackly one. There's a lot actually. There's a lot of different breads. And some hot sauce. Don't know. It's actually pretty good with spice, as we found out during the hot wings. Like he was like totally chilling, like at the pretty spicy ones. After 2 solid weeks at 30 plus, he'll take a 26. Yeah, honestly. I mean, I don't think we had like quite 30. It was like 28 at the highest, I think. But we had some 30s like last week, I think. Like not the one that just happened, but the one before. Mitao and early mart. Just a quick Mallow Mart so I can go get my hat. Angel's winning today, music being true. I mean, Angel had it all planned out. He saw that I hadn't brought the hat over, so I'm gonna do like a quick grab, you know. This time it was quick bread. Quick bread? What is quick bread? Because you ran out of time for sourdough. Wait, so sourdough just takes way longer? I guess that makes sense. Me Jug Bingo? What would be on Me Jug Bingo? I feel like we could make one. Like what would be? I mean, obviously Mallow Mart would be like a free square, you know, because I feel like I'm always well hydrated, and so like I'm always gonna have a BRB. I don't know what else. The abs are on point. I know. I was just noticing it today. I was like, damn, my abs are doing well. Although I don't have Pilates today. I might go to the gym. I'm not a gym rat though, so you guys will have to educate me on the gym ways. What's something I should know about the gym? There's like gym etiquette, right? My gym etiquette is just gonna be like, don't talk to anyone, no one talk to me. You know, like maybe that's the way. You're the kitten on your head. Oh, so cute. She's watching a stream. What's the kitten's name again? You don't get hot sauce because sometimes Shin is easy. Other times you're dying. Shin? Okay, is it like with the egg, without the egg? Because like with the egg, it's way less spicy. How can bread be quick if it takes 3+ hours to bake? Does it? I don't think it takes 3 hours. Quick bread made out of what's quick lime? And welcome in Ratsi. It's not free hot. Angel redeemed it right from the get-go. Quick bread like regular sandwich bread, so it takes like 2 hours to make, where sourdough takes overnight. Oh, so sourdough needs time to just like proof it, like rises. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, if you're that's fine breakfast bread, you know, like scramby eggs, quick bread. Everything quick is better. That's not true, because sourdough. That just gave us an example. Gym hens. So I should look out for Kermits at the gym. Rack your weights. I mean, I wasn't just gonna leave them. What, do people just take weights off the shelf and then not put them back? That's crazy behavior. Don't talk to girls at the gym. They'll most likely get creeped out. I don't think that applies to me, Ratsi. I think that's a you. That's like a you advice, you know? Wipe your bench. That's true. That's true. We do that at Pilates. Um, I mean, my instructor wipes it for me, so I guess I'm privileged. She's probably listening to K-pop or Malamart, let her be. True. I'll be like, I'll just be like, someone's talking to me. I'm like, I'm listening to BTS. Please do not bother me. And then they'll be like, oh, she's a K-pop fan. Better stay away. Lift weights, do self Pilates, cardio, sauna for 10 minutes. If you have a sauna at the gym, you're going. I'm not a sauna fan though. I'm gonna get all sweaty. I hate being sweaty. Quick lime is used in cement. Oh, okay. I really thought it was a food. Have fun yapping, y'all. Don't miss me too much. Of course, we'll miss you, Ricky. But have a great day. Good to see you. After eating so much homemade sourdough, this quick bread kind of lagging, but still better than store bought. I feel like, yeah, I feel like once you start like eating your own, like making your own bread and having that quality, it's gonna be hard to go back to. I mean, I don't even like store bought bread, you know? Like I prefer like at least bakery bread, you know? Get a K-pop shirt that's a training one day to impress ex-idol. People will leave you alone. Is that your experience? I mean, honestly, I wouldn't go near someone who had that shirt on. No offense. Um, quick climb event. True. And welcome in, Stanny. How are you? Your employee said he likes K-pop now more than rap, and he likes solo leveling. So I called him a Korea boo. That's Korea boo behavior. Solo leveling, isn't that an anime, or is it a Korean anime? Don't let gym guys attempt to flirt with you. I would never. I would never. They can't talk to me. Oh, she's listening to BATS. It's just asking for me to combo. Yeah, I guess if they're like a really big K-pop fan as well, then they'll question me. But like the last time I told you guys about the person that they were like, oh, you like Blackpink? Did you go to Coachella? And then I said, no, I didn't go to Coachella because we live in Vancouver. And then they're like, oh, you must not be a big fan then. I was like, what? It's like a random normal guy just said that to me. Um, it looks like an AI smile. Is that bad? Like if you said I have AI fingers, I'd be like, oh man, my fingers must be messed up. But like, what's an AI smile? But welcome in, Ray. You have lots of Miju repellent. You do, Ratsy. It's a Korean anime. Oh, okay, okay. It's like about gaming. I'm not really sure. And welcome in, Harris. How are you? Did you watch The Summer Hikaru Died yet? No, I don't know what you were talking about. I'm assuming it's an anime movie. Ain't nobody watching Hikaru's Summer. What you said? Someone reaches into someone's chest. I don't really mind that part. I'm not like a, you guys know I'm not an anime watcher. But he said you're Espa. He said you look like Karina. Oh my god, what a compliment. You just heard it was really good. You just don't got Netflix because you're being frugal, right? And frugal people don't have subscriptions. I don't think you would like K-pop Demon Hunters anyway. Like when you asked me about that, I was like, Chicano's not gonna like it. It's like, it's like I mean, Chicano hates K-pop. It's not gonna work out. Did you go see Blackpink in Toronto? No, I guess you aren't a big fan. It's even in the country. I can't believe you didn't go. It's crazy. It's a Netflix exclusive. Makes me want to sign up for the quick month. I mean, just get it for a month. Why not? Have you seen Demon Hunters? You can officially be the first person to ask me today, Noah. I did see Demon Hunters, and I'm the first person that people have been asking me for weeks if I've seen Demon Hunters. So I finally went to watch it because like people, even in the Discord, like 4 different people were like, "Did you see it? Did you see it? You should watch it." I did watch it I just watched it a couple nights ago. I thought it was a cute little movie. And I loved Jinu. If you watch it, you'll know. And their outfits were so cool. I want to dress like that, but it's like they're the cartoon characters and they're like 70% legs, you know? So I feel like that kind of carries the outfits probably. Will you like it, K-pop Demon Hunters? Or Hikaru, something? I think you'll like K-pop Demon Hunters because it's just K-pop. Unless the episode's really staggered in which case wait till it's all out and then try and... I mean, Netflix doesn't usually do the staggered release, no? They usually just do one. one dump of. I kind of like the weekly release. Like for a while, like I was like, oh, like we're done with the weekly releases, you know. Um, we don't we don't need to do that anymore. But I like the week to week discussion. By discussion, I mean like reading everyone's thoughts on Reddit or like talking about it on the Discord, and then like not posting my own comment. But I like to read what people think, and I like watching like um yeah, seeing like discussions and stuff about it. Um, we still want to watch Edge Runners too, the cyberpunk show. Huntrix don't miss. Didn't you not watch it? You said the beginning. Honestly, you said like you watched the beginning and it was too fast paced. It really doesn't slow down. Like it's kind of like a. I mean, it's like a family movie, right? So it's like aimed more towards a younger audience. So I would say it's not necessarily like a slow paced movie. The kind of progresses um at like a decent pace, but it's not really like a. I wouldn't say it's like a breakneck pace because it's kind of like you kind of will know what's coming. You know, it's not like a very complex plot. You know, I wouldn't say the plot would be overwhelming. The animation is definitely the strongest point of the movie. Like the animation is really, really well stylized. It's very creative. It's very well done, and it's good because like you know I feel like there's not a lot of really, really good animation these days, and they keep making like live action versions of stuff instead of just having animation. When Major ends today, maybe I'll watch it if I don't nap. Ratsy don't nap challenge, impossible. I heard like one song, and yeah, the first few minutes felt very TikToky. Can't handle the cuts inside the. I mean, that's because it was like a music video. The music videos all have like the cuts, but the rest of the movie doesn't really have that. I wouldn't say the movie's TikToky. There's a lot of, honestly, like probably only half the jokes land. Like I would say, because like they're like cheesy, but maybe you would like that, Angel. Honestly, like the jokes are silly, they're cheesy. But they're more like it's more like for kids, not for kids, like young young teens, preteens, something like that. But the music is very catchy, and the movie itself is well done. Guess what's next weekend? What is next weekend? Are you talking about K-pop Demon Hunter? Yes, yes. I watched it a couple nights ago. Major talking puts me to sleep. You could say, right. So you're just watching the stream so you could fall asleep later. Cheesy jokes in Twice. Twice isn't really there. They do the ending song, I think. They're not in the rest of it. The other songs are just like sung by like other singers, not Twice. I feel like the first song was. I was surprised you didn't like the first song, Angel, because the first song felt very, very KDA. Like as soon as the movie started, I was like, oh, it sounds like a KDA song. The rest of the songs are not like that, but the first one was definitely like KDA, and I was like, I want a KDA come back. Your cat's making biscuits on you. I don't know what that means. No. Your cat is making biscuits? Is that when the cat like needs their paws? Is that what you mean? I don't know the cat lingo. Do they show them how they do it every day? Of course, of course. It was very much that vibe. Also, I think my hat time is done. I liked how it's done. Yeah, that's the one. It's like how it's done, done, done. That one. It was very KDA like. That one was good. I thought the ballads were like okay. Like they were just very generic ballads, I think. They were more to like service the plot. But on their own, it wasn't really like eh. She has a chef hat on right now. Okay, if your cat's wearing a chef hat, you can't just say that and not send us a picture. It has not been 10 minutes. It has been. It has been. I have a timer. Angel redeemed that 14 minutes ago, so it must be 10 minutes. It might have been even 12 minutes. We're very mixed with musicals, but I'll check it out. I mean, it's not like the most musically musical. I'm a musical enjoyer, so I can't really speak to that, but It's not really, I mean, it has music in, it's about idols, right? So like they do performances, but there's not like a lot of, there's only like a handful of music, like there's only like two or three musical numbers um, that are like, oh, they're talking and then they suddenly start singing, you know? I wouldn't say it's like a, you know, like if you like family movies, like if you like family animated movies, like Pixar movie. I don't know. Maybe not. I want to compare it to a Pixar movie. I compare it maybe more to like a DreamWorks movie, that kind of thing. Is that right? Is that the right company? I would compare it more to like that kind of. But so yeah, if you like family movies, it's like a D. I wouldn't put it at the top of family movies, but I would say if you like good animation and you like K-pop music, then you will probably enjoy the movie. But if you like movies with like a really deep plot and like really dark, like deep themes and stuff like that, like if your favorite Pixar movie is more like Coco than like I don't know, like Toy Story. I mean, even Toy Story I feel like has. That's why I don't want to compare it to Pixar. Like if you really like if you're more like a How to Train Your Dragon fan than like a you know than like a it's more like a How to Train Your Dragon than it is like a Coco. You know. Although How to Train Your Dragon also has some good themes. I can only think of like really high quality animated like family movies. Okay, let's compare it more to let's say like Brave. Compare it to Brave. Got a little extra hat today. I mean, I like to err more on the side of like wearing it a little too long because I don't want to scam you guys. What are some of your favorite musical movies? Ah, that's a good question. I like musicals, like actual stage productions usually. Um, but in terms of musical movies, I would say, I mean, honestly, right now it's probably Wicked. Oh, Angel knew, Angel knew. I mean, Wicked was just a really good musical movie, really good um, performances, and the it kind of expanded. It took the stage play and really expanded on the characters and the story. Because like in musicals, like I know a lot of people don't like musicals. I know a lot of people don't like musicals because like the plot can be kind of thin. Like the plot isn't really like the main focus, right? Like it's like the story is more there as a vessel for the music, and the music really drives the plot. But in the Wicked movie, they kind of fleshed out the rest of it. Um, Fast and Furious, the ultimate family movie. I haven't seen it. I'm sorry. Fast and Furious is all about family. Isn't that like the catchphrase? Like they're like, oh, like I was gonna say like the Lilo and Stitch one, but that's not it's not correct. You don't think Miji could name a second musical movie? I mean, there's a lot of them, but I wouldn't pick my fate. I wouldn't say like you know, there's like there's so many musical movies. I mean, like most Disney movies are musicals, right? So maybe I pick a Disney movie as well. Like I like Frozen, I like Tangled. Um, but like the thing is with musical movies, usually I prefer the musical. But I think in Wicked's case, I actually do prefer the movie. Although hearing the song sung live was incredible. Like hearing like Defying Gravity sung live was like life changing. But in terms of like the actual like um quality of like the story, then I think the musical was the movie that's better, probably because it had like twice as much time. But in terms of like Les Miserables, the movie was like pretty bad. Um, and there's like, and I feel like stuff like Greatest Showman, it's a little too poppy for me. I'm not a huge Pasek and Paul fan. Um, and sometimes they just really butcher them, like Dear Evan Hansen, stuff like that. Although In the Heights was pretty good. Although like I still prefer the stage. You ever seen La La Land? I haven't. I haven't. You're a Sweeney Todd enjoyer? Now that's a musical. That's a classic musical. You and Kovaris would get along. You're burning hot. Are we Bonnie and Clyding it? Family's definitely the catchphrase. I mean, I haven't seen it. Twice for Sada. Sada will show up and then there'll be more twice. Don't worry. High School Musical. I mean, like, High School Musical is great, but like, I personally wouldn't rank it as like I liked it when I was a kid, but as an adult, I wouldn't necessarily be like, yes, High School Musical is my favorite movie. Like, I feel like that's a bit weird, no? Like, it's like, oh yeah, it's a movie from my childhood. I can appreciate that, and I think it's a well done like kids movie, but like I couldn't in good faith put it at the top. Your office production of Sweeney Todd. I've never actually seen Sweeney Todd. I'm a bit of a musical like zoomer. I've mainly seen more modern productions, like recently saw Hamilton and Wicked. I guess Wicked is not even that new. When I was a teen, I saw I mean when I was a teen, I saw like Les Mis and Phantom, which are a bit older. They're a lot older. And I've also watched Waitress, Hairspray. Hairspray is a good movie musical, actually. Hairspray is really good. The one with Zac Efron and stuff. What else? I've seen Book of Mormon. I've seen it twice now. Um, Frozen is better. There's a Frozen on Broadway as well. You should watch Carmen. It's a hip opera. It's sick. I really want to see an opera, honestly, because like these days, you guys know, I've been learning classical singing, so I really want to go to the opera. I think I would love it. You saw Sister Act on Broadway? They did good. I haven't seen that. Little Shop of Horror. I would love to see Little Shop of Horrors. I'm always balloting out Suddenly Seymour in the car, but I've never seen it. I know there's a movie. There must be a movie. But I would love to see. There's so many shows. Like it's like, obviously I don't live near New York, so I can't just like see any show that exists. I do have to see them when they like come touring or when the Vancouver Arts Company puts them on. But you know, I mean, even when they're touring, it's very expensive. It's like a few $100s to see a musical. Like if you have good seats, it could be like $100, $200. So it's like I gotta really pick and choose which ones I see. But I feel like I feel like I've got to see the classics because like I haven't seen a lot of like the older musicals like Sweeney Todd and like Sondheim musicals and all that stuff. So I feel like I gotta be cultured. You know, I can't call myself a theater kid without being familiar with these things. You got scramby eggs on your keyboard. It's that no. You gotta pick that up. Did you get ketchup on your keyboard though? Can we get a dash cam of Mija in the car? I want to know what she's singing. I was singing Suddenly Seymour recently, but recently I actually have a car sing along playlist. Um, there's a lot. I mean, I've been learning my new classical song. It's in Italian. So if I ever sing it on stream, I feel like Elisa's gonna laugh at my Italian, but I'll just time it so she never sees it. What else is on there? I mean, Cupid was on there. Although I feel like Cupid is hard for me to sing because it's like I don't know. It's like a very like the girl that I kept saying I liked from 50/50. What's her name? Asa? Something? Ara? Um, Aura. Okay, I was close. She has like a really different voice to me, I think. So I'm trying to like emulate her, and I was like, I couldn't. No ketchup, but your keyboard is due for cleaning. They get dusty soap. They really do. I feel like a little while ago, like maybe a year ago at this point, I took off all the keys and like wiped them all, and I realized how dirty they were. I was like, damn, that's really disgusting. Miju is learning about Bella Ciao from Money Heist. I don't think I'm learning a song from Money Heist. Pricing for every event has been really pricey recently. We're looking up tickets for some WWE show event. Honestly, yeah, like live events have been so expensive, and like especially like concert tickets have really been really expensive recently. So it's completely understandable like to not be able to see everything, and like especially like Broadway um is really like it's very inaccessible for most people because like either due to like geography or like just the price. Carne asada. True, true. I'm afraid to see how dirty your PC is. It's probably just dusty inside. And welcome in, Min. Hope you're doing well today. Turns out all the concerts you've gone to have added up. Rassi, give us the number. What is it? I mean, yeah, I've been singing along to Ariana, of course, I always do, and Bad Boy, of course. I love Bad Boy because it's like the song is nice and high, except that one part in the rapping part is too low, but it's fine. And also, Killing Me Good, the English version. The English version is not the worst. The one line that really I don't like is like, what was it? It's like, I'm in your hands now. There's no one better, hands down. And I'm like, that's a bit. I don't love that lyric. But other than that, it's not too bad. You're going to the Jurassic movie soon? There's another Jurassic movie. Oh, the one with ScarJo. That one? I kept seeing ads for that, but I got ads for it like a while ago. Honestly, I watched Jurassic World 1 and I thought it was enjoyable. I've seen the original Jurassic Park when I was a kid, but I don't really remember it. And I thought the first one was like an enjoyable movie, but then I watched the second one where there's that clone girl, and I was like, what is happening? Like literally, I don't think I should. That movie was really not good, so I didn't. I don't know if I want to see the third one, but maybe they'll turn it around. You'll have to let us know what you think. You want to see Fantastic Four? A lot of people keep asking me about Fantastic Four, but I didn't know anything about it. I didn't even know it was coming out. You're over the Jurassic Park sequels? I mean, you never know. The third one might be good. It seems like a really they're going in a different direction. No more clone girl. The clone girl was like a very strange plot line. You only know it's coming out because of the Pascal stuff going. True. I've been hearing about Pedro Pascal. The Jurassic World Locust movie. Maybe there's Locust. I don't know. I keep seeing the ads, but like I don't really pay attention to them. Jurassic Park first one is the best. I've definitely watched it when I was a kid. Like I remember, this is gonna age me, but I have the first movie I remember like getting from the video store was I think Jurassic Park. It must have been like a DVD or a VCR or something like that. So I think I remember getting that one from the local video store, but I don't remember watching it. I've been hearing it's good, same level as the 2005 movie one of Fantastic Four, you mean? I don't know anything about Fantastic Four. I haven't really been. Are they Marvel? It was more suspenseful. Oh, like scarier, I see. And welcome in, Sushi Gamer. How are you? I was trying the kayak clear for so long, Sushi. And I'm like, I can't do it. I was trying it for so long, and then I finally gave up. And then there was a Japanese player who did the clear, right? And I was watching their video trying to study it and learn. And I was like, I feel like I was trying to copy what they were doing and it wasn't working. So I left a comment. I left a comment on their video in Japanese. I was like, whoa, sugoi, like, can you help me? And I was like, I don't know if I sounded really weird. I've never talked to an internet stranger in Japanese. And then they literally responded with like a 3 paragraphs of advice. I was like, whoa. And they're like saying things that I didn't even consider. They're like, don't use the Shenhe skill while the automaton is using the beam. I was like, I didn't know this. So maybe with their advice I can do it. Or also sushi coaching. Like I can send you my attempted clear and you can tell me what I'm doing wrong. Because there's always something I'm doing wrong. And you see that new horror movie with Dave Franco called Together. I mean, I still gotta see the Michael B. Jordan movie. The first is always the best. Unfortunately, you're the 11th. I mean, 11 is just 2 ones. And welcome in, Lee. Hope you're doing well today. The first Jurassic Park felt like a horror movie. I mean, I watched it when I was a kid. I don't remember being that scared. But maybe I didn't watch the first one. And welcome in, Jimmy. How are you? You know, you're not a superhero movie kind of girl. I was. I watched every Marvel movie until Shang-Chi maybe, or like maybe No Way Home, or Far From Home or whatever it's called. Um, like I watched every single one. Just not today. Finished a 24 hour, 24 hour what? Michael B. Jordan's true. The two Michael B. Jordans better than one. Fancy, yes, fancy. You did a 24-hour stream. Oh my gosh, go to sleep. Get some sleep. GG's. I could never. I could never. I'm too regular with my sleep schedule. Like I feel like I remember I did like a 9-hour stream on my birthday and that was like fine, but I feel like I couldn't go overnight. I don't think I've ever even stayed up 24 hours. 2 ones, exactly. Even that's even better than 1-1. Your baby monster ticket was more than Blackpink. Really? With the seats like way better. It's also why I keep telling you when you start your Street Fighter 6 journey, you could talk to the Japanese player and gain an advantage. That's true. I am trying hard on my I'm communicating with the Japanese Genshin players who are weirdly good. And they were really nice. Like I was like, oh, they'll probably respond to me because their video had like less than 100 views. I was like the weirdo who was like, and I was probably like 20 of those views because I was watching their video over and over trying to get the clear. So yeah, I was trying to get advice from the, but I just felt like I didn't know how to do like people talk casually online. Like I have no idea. I was like, hopefully I wasn't rude. But they probably know that I'm not. I mean, if they click on my channel, I sent it from my Meiji Games channel. So if they click on the channel, they'll see that I'm like an English speaker. Your parents probably fast forwarded through the rough parts of Jurassic Park, like when all of Samuel Jackson is eaten, minus his one arm. Samuel, spoilers. That's crazy. I didn't know he was in it. I feel like everyone gave up with Marvel after Avengers Endgame, but looks like they're making a comeback. Possibly. I think it's just because the quality of movies went downhill. Like it wasn't because like I would be down to watch more, but like the characters that like they got us really invested in the original characters, right? Like Tony, I almost said Tony Hawk, Tony Stark, and the other guys. I know their names. But yeah, when the new ones came out, I think there wasn't really anyone that we were really identifying with and rooting for, and the quality of movies was not up to par. Like honestly, yeah, it just wasn't the same, and they weren't as connected. There were some gems, for sure. There was definitely some gems, but like I loved Agatha all along, and I loved WandaVision, and I loved like I thought Shang-Chi was good as well. But yeah, it's just I feel like they really dropped the ball after. Started getting droopy eyed at 10 p.m. but I haven't done anything different lately. But 24 hours is great, yeah. I mean, what time have you been waking up, Angel, if you get sleepy at 10 p.m.? Maybe you're just are you doing lots of exercise recently? Are you back on your gym grind? Even just being up just being up 24 hours is already crazy, but like having to stream and just be like on for 24 hours, like I feel like I would not be entertaining after like the 12-hour mark. Like I feel like I would run out of my yap energy and I would just be like I would be a bit done, you know. Like I'd be like I'm sorry guys. I get quite quiet when I'm tired, which is maybe hard to believe, but when I'm like really tired in the morning, like if someone will ask me a question, I won't even respond. I'll just ignore it. You spent a ton on concerts, like give us a range. Iron Man, Tony Hawk. Love you 3000 Tony Hawk kickflips. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk would do great with the Iron Man suit. Do you like DC movies? I haven't really seen many. I've seen like some of the Batman movies, like the Christopher Nolan ones. I've seen Joker. I thought Joker was good. And then there was also what else? I saw Wonder Woman, but I haven't seen like the follow-up movies to Wonder Woman. I thought Wonder Woman's cool and she's pretty. And Walkman Red, Eternals. Eternals was like okay, but then like I feel like it just never went anywhere. I thought it was just quite low. I appreciated what they're doing though. Like it felt like a really different vibe, um, to other Marvel movies. Like it felt more artistic, which I was appreciate. And yeah, it was okay. You need Monster Energy to stay up 24 hours, but I gotta ask my doctor first. um, you get sleepy at 2 a.m. That's pretty late. You started Agatha but didn't finish. I feel like Agatha, you either really like it or you don't. So I feel like maybe it just doesn't. You're just not the right audience for it, which is valid. But you really enjoyed. Oh yeah, Loki. I love Loki season 2. Like I thought season 1 was pretty good, but I thought season 2 was really good. Um, Apparently it's for us boomers. The monster energy. Joker really spoke to me, just like Taxi Driver. Yeah, I know a lot of people compare it to Taxi Driver, but I've never seen it. Maybe I should. The Robert Pattinson Batman was pretty good. I'm not like a huge Batman fan though, so there's like so many Batmans, and I'm like, do I really want to watch more Batmans? I don't know. Like I feel like it was a lot. I watched the first Batman, and I trusted Liam Neeson with my life. Like I watched it and I was like, oh my god, I love Liam Neeson's character so much. Like, I'm really rooting for him. And then he betrays at the end, and I was actually so betrayed, like personally. I was very personally betrayed by him. Like I was such a big fan of him, and I was like, man, he's even better than Batman. He's so cool. He's such a nice guy. And then like, he wasn't. He wasn't. It's somewhere in the range of 1,500 to 2,250 for 9 concerts. I mean, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. But I guess it's over a short period of time. But let's be real, Ratsy. If you like moved out in the Greater Toronto area, that would be like 1 month rent, no? So just think about it that way. That's only 7 months. No, five. No, yeah, 7 months. That's a lot of money in 7 months. Don't watch Taxi Driver. Is it really depressing? New Superman came out. Honestly, I don't really care about Superman. I don't know. I don't know anything about like I never was like, oh, I really want to watch Fantastic Four or Superman or anything like that. I just don't have a reason to care. I don't know much about it. Um, that's 106 hours of work for you. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. What's the most you spent on a concert or event? Um, I don't know. An event? I've never been to an event that's like really, really expensive, I don't think. Like the most I've probably spent is like, yeah, like West End tickets. Like I saw Hamilton and Wicked on West End, and 2 tickets were maybe like $500. But that's like pretty normal price for like a live event. Like at 250 each kind of thing. Especially with the exchange rate, it was kind of. But I don't really think I've spent like I think it seems like a normal amount to spend. It's nothing like crazy, you know. It's not like, oh, I spent like $1,000 to get floor seats to Taylor Swift. Okay, actually Taylor Swift would be a lot more. Yeah, I've never been to a Taylor Swift concert, so I mean I have been to a Taylor Swift concert, but I didn't go to the Eras tour. So if I had been to the Eras tour, I'd probably be like, I spent $2,000, whatever. If a cable company hires me to work with the group in some form, it'd be cool with working 13 hours shift. I mean, I guess yeah, you'd be very dedicated. You could work at the venue. I'm sure people like you're regular now, you know? Like maybe you could work at the venue and be like an usher. That could be fun. But I guess you can't watch the show really. You'd be kind of missing out. But there's a lot behind the scenes at concerts. Like you know, there's a lot of logistics to go on tour. You know, they have to bring all the stuff. They have to you know, book all the accommodation and get like, you know, there's a lot of crew behind the scenes really. Like for one concert, there's probably like 100 people behind the scenes making it happen. So I'm sure there's stuff. I don't know much about it though. I'm sure there's a lot of things you have to be like more qualified for, like if you're like going up into the roof or like the sound technicians, that kind of thing. But I'm sure I'm sure there's lots of tangential jobs, you know? You'll have to handle North American logistics as a freelancer for K-pop groups. I feel like that's I don't know if I don't know if that's a job. Like I feel like maybe there's probably touring companies, right? Like companies that help handle the logistics of touring. I would assume. I don't really know much about it. But you probably need some sort of like project management experience, right? Because it's probably a lot to manage. In Wakamin Monkey, you're trying to find something for a family member, like a gift or like they lost something. Taxi driver is really rough. It's kind of like Joker, but instead of being a clown, he drives a taxi and then plots to kill a presidential candidate to gain the affection of teenage prostitute Jodie Foster, but then he kills her pimp instead. What? I mean, I heard it's like people were comparing Joker to like Taxi Driver a lot because I guess they're both like kind of like incel movie, like not like for incel. I mean, I guess incels think it's for them, but like it's kind of like showing them like a really mentally kind of troubled individual, you know? Sound deck is easy, just know which way to turn the knob for volume up for yeah, it must just be that, yeah. Robert De Niro's best work. Is he like the main guy? So why exactly does this movie speak to you? What part spoke to you? Like you just thought it was a powerful movie? Or you were like, that's cool, I want to do that. They lost a key to something I've been looking for the past 2 hours. Oh no. I hope you find it soon. It usually like turns up for you when you least expect it, right? But if it's a key, you probably need it. Um, Robert De Niro's in both too. Oh yeah, he was like the mean talk show host, right? On Joker. Um, he was wanting to drive a taxi as a boy. I remember when I was a kid, the first time I rode in the taxi driver wasn't wearing a seatbelt. And I was like, sir, why aren't you wearing a seatbelt? And he was like, oh, I don't need to. He was like, oh, if you don't have to if you're the driver, if you're the taxi driver. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that guy was just lying to me when I was a kid. Or if the taxi drivers really don't need to wear a seatbelt. That seems dangerous. Anything Martin Scorsese touches is like a 10 out of 10. I don't think I've ever seen a Martin Scorsese movie. Isn't it like the film bros really like that guy? Is it like I mean, it must be genuinely good, right? Because like he's very famous. Yeah, the guy's just like me. Wow, I love murdering. Nap time is calling. You made it 1 hour. Come on, Red. So you made it 1 hour. I mean, to be fair, um, you did come to stream quite early. As a tag, but no air tag. Oh, this sucks. I'm sure you'll find it eventually. And welcome in P. Did you wear a seatbelt on the school bus? School buses don't have seatbelts. But I didn't take a school bus to school. I walked to school. And then I walked home up a hill. It was a really steep hill. All the way home. But sometimes we take school buses for like trips and stuff, and yeah, they don't have seatbelts. But I was watching a video about this, and it's because they're just very well designed, and they're designed for the safety of the children first and foremost. And if they're not in seatbelts, it's easier to evacuate them if there's an accident. But likely, if you get into an accident with the school bus, the other car is probably not okay, and the school bus is probably fine. I thought you saw Wolf on Wall Street. Oh, is that Martin Scorsese? Well, I didn't like that. I thought I mean, okay. I was like, I get what they're going for. Get what they're going for. This guy is like, he's letting his own like ambition and greed and stuff like be his own downfall, and he's very like it's all like the culture is bad and stuff like that. But like, it was a bit gratuitous. Shutter Island is possibly my favorite Scorsese film. That one seems interesting. It's like a thriller, right? I wish my family remember I'd put in an AirTag on their key just in case I lose it again and they can ping it. Yeah, that would be a smart That'd be a smart call. You don't really like mafia films. I don't think I've seen a mafia film. What if a school bus hits another school bus? Then it makes like a black hole. Like it's over. There's a bad school bus crash here in Canada with the hockey team. Ooh, hopefully they're okay. I know a while back there was two people racing each other, and one person crashed into a school bus full of kids, and they also managed to flip the bus on the side. How? That's so Why would you race where there's school? Why would you? Well, clearly they were racing on like normal school hours, right? Like if you're like, I mean, don't race. But if you're gonna race, like I thought people do it in like a really abandoned street, like at night. You know, like why would you race? Like they must have been near a school. Like that's crazy. I hope they were charged. There was a there's like a really big case here where some guys they were driving an SUV and they hit some guy on the road, and then the guy, sorry, this is really morbid, but the guy was like stuck under their car, and then they kept driving, and then they stopped, looked under their car, and they saw that there was a guy like stuck under their car, and then they got in their car and they kept going, and they're like on trial right now. And I'm like, that's insane behavior. And welcome in Rex, hello fellow Canadian. Canada's full of automobile crime, apparently. They weren't okay. Many died, few survived. It was like 2018. Oh, that's unfortunate. They're in the neighborhood where the bus was dropping off the kids, and the bus was dropping off the kids. Apparently, both were going 100 miles per hour. That's awful. That's awful. I feel like some people are so like I mean, those people just have no regard for other people's lives, right? Like they were clearly doing like if the bus was dropping off the kids, surely it was like 3 p.m. Like they're just racing on a residential road at 3 p.m. Like it's crazy. Dark stories time. Everyone share the story of the most gruesome car. No, I'm kidding. Have you guys ever been in a car crash? Is that a fun story? I feel like it's not a fun story. If it was a mild car crash, feel free to share. But if it was really traumatic, you don't need to share if it's too traumatic. I've never crashed my car except one time I was picking up my mom and my brother from the airport, and I scratched the hell out of a Range Rover. Okay, I didn't scratch it that much. I scratched my car, or my mom's car at the time, more. And then I left a note. It was like a brand new Range Rover, real fancy. And I left a note on it, and they never called me back. So I'm fine. And you guys know also that I broke my tail light backing into my mom's garage, and I hit a bike. I hit the bike, the tail light completely punctured the plastic part, and then I replaced the tail light on my own. Your accident was too, but it was a transport truck, not a bus. Okay. You don't recall seeing much car crash news in Vancouver? I mean, car crashes don't really make the news unless they're like really crazy, right? Like it's a bit like, and only like really crazy ones it end up on the news, because like car crashes happen like every day, right? Driving is very dangerous. And the driver got charged. You don't remember exactly, but the girlfriend and the guy that got injured, the cause of the crash. She was shocked that her boyfriend would do that. There was an accident recently in Vancouver where this guy was driving a motorcycle going really, really fast down the road, and he was doing like I think he went through a red light. He was doing like a wheelie, okay? And his partner was on the back of the motorcycle. And they're going really fast. He was doing wheelies, and they got hit by SUV. It was completely their fault because, like, you know, they were running the red light, going really fast. And they either hit the SUV or the SUV hit them. And I'm like, I always hate the accidents where like the passenger, or I always hate the accidents where the passenger dies and not the driver, because it's like maybe the person was in the car was really uncomfortable with it going fast, and then like it's like by someone else's actions like they die, right? It does get annoying because the highways are not that big, so one crash causes a big hole. I know Vancouver traffic is so annoying, but I know other traffic is worse. But as someone who lives in Vancouver, I'm like, I hate the traffic. That was your Range Rover. I'm so sorry, but you never called me. Even in 2 accidents, one involving the popo, one not. Oh, that's scary. Were they your fault? Um, Expert driver, no accidents. Let's go. I've never been in an accident where both cars are moving. I've only had like parking scrapes. Only two. You almost got in a few car crashes that would end in my life if I was like 2 seconds off. Oh my god, yeah, those are so scary. I definitely have. I've had like close calls, not like would have ended my life kind of thing, but like I definitely had close calls because other drivers are crazy and like sometimes you're just like a few seconds off, like or you swerve or something, right? Like I had a really close call recently where someone ran a stop sign. I was just going normally down the road. Someone ran a stop sign. And I stopped within like a foot of them. I was slamming my brakes. I stopped within a foot of them. They didn't even stop. I don't think they even saw me. Like, that's crazy. Okay. Have a nice nap, Ratsy. There was a news report about the accident involving the speeding driver and the school bus because we don't know if the second car got caught because they were racing at the time. Oh, maybe, yeah. I hope they get caught. That's really, really reckless. They should not. And it really annoys me when someone gets like they get caught speeding like 100 miles per hour or like double the speed limit, 3 times the speed limit. And then like they're allowed to drive. They get like a fine and then they just can drive again. It's like that's so stupid. I feel like we should be like taking away licenses more, right? Because like I feel like driving should be like a privilege and it should be treated with the severity it is, right? Like it should be like driving is the most dangerous thing you'll ever do, right? Like it should be treated with that severity, I think. And a lot of people don't. And I feel like the people who don't and people who are driving so recklessly should have their licenses taken away, but they rarely do that. News stories recently of kids crashing on electric scooters. I hate the electric scooters. Oh my gosh, they're so dangerous. They go so fast across the crosswalks. Like sometimes I'm like about to turn right and I'm like, oh, there's no one there. And then I'm about to turn right and then some scooter comes out of nowhere, like so fast, like like a normal, like almost car speed. Two brushes crashing head on to each other and creating a black hole is so dang funny. Thank you, Angel. I'm very proud of that. You only crashed one car and it was me into a straight light. Oh no. And it was one of the favorite cars you've ever owned. Wait, was it totaled? You couldn't get it back? You couldn't fix it? I once completely blanked and ran a red light and legit missed an oncoming car by like a second. Oh my god, that is really scary. Yeah, I feel like that happens to everyone, right? Like you're driving and suddenly you're just like muscle memorying and you're kind of like spacing out. I've never ran a red light, but I got really close once. Like I was driving and then I looked up, I saw the light was red. I was really close, but there was no one behind me, so I just slammed on the brakes. But yeah, that freaked me out as well. It wasn't like a busy intersection, like I wouldn't have hit anyone, but yeah, that's definitely really scary. And like that's kind of got me to realize like yeah, you have to really be focused the entire time you're driving. Like it's very like one mistake, right? That's the thing. It's like one mistake could cost you your life or someone else's life. And I think it's good to feel scared a little bit, you know? That's what I always say. Like a lot of people come into my stream or whatever, or they're like, people are learning to drive or like, oh, I'm really scared. I'm like, I think that's okay. Like I think like obviously you shouldn't feel like extremely anxious every time you're driving, but you should feel like a healthy amount of fear about driving, or at least understand that it's very dangerous, right? Crazy drivers are usually like boys less than 20 years old. I mean, yeah, we have a lot of our really extreme speeding cases are like and we have like learners drivers and N drivers, and it's usually N drivers, like 17 to 19 years old boys. And they're driving like their parents' like Ferrari. Like it's usually like that. Like they have like a really fancy car, and if they get caught, they're just gonna get like a fine, and the parents just pay the fine, and then they keep driving, right? Like it's like so stupid. I think luckily here, like if you're still a novice driver, it's like a no, you don't get any strikes. Like I think it's just like you have to restart your license, or you're not allowed to drive. Like I can't remember what it is. One time I was at a four-way stop. It was your turn to go, and a pickup sped right in front of me from the right side. Oh my god! If I was 3 seconds earlier, I would have been T-boned hard. Like some people just like treat stop signs as they're like a lot of people ignore stop signs. It's so annoying. Like that's why I'm like whenever I'm at a four-way stop, I don't trust anyone. Like I'm like it's my turn, but that person looks like they're gonna go. I'm not. I'm gonna see what they're gonna do. I never trust other drivers to follow the law. I'm like, that person, like, half the people on the road don't signal. Half the people on the road, okay, maybe not half the people, but like, I like a good 5% of drivers don't stop at the stop sign. Um, it was kind of totaled. You don't want to fix it, so you took insurance money. It was a cool. You imported it from Japan. It's pretty much one of a kind, at least in your state. Oh, so it was a right hand drive. Maybe cautious. Yeah, maybe not like scared, but you should definitely feel the weight of driving, right? Like you should understand that it's like it is like for 99% of people it's the most dangerous thing you'll ever do, right? Unless you're like a free solo climber or like or like you work in a really dangerous trade or something like that. It's probably the most dangerous thing you'll ever do. I'd rather wait and look like an idiot than risk. Exactly, exactly. I'm a very cautious driver, so I do get honked at. Like I'm always like I'm about to go, like I'm about to make a left turn, and there's a car like really far away, and I'm like, oh, I should wait for that car. And then the person behind me is like, no, like please go. But I think it's better to be cautious than to risk it. And welcome in, Mangchu. LA drivers are so bad. I noticed that whenever I go to America, the drivers are really aggressive. Like people honk way more in America than they do here. Like I get honked at occasionally here because like yeah, I'm a bit of a cautious driver. Um, but I don't get honked at like frequently. But I feel like if I was in America, I would get honked at like constantly. Like people are very aggressive. People are very impatient. Um, it was a right-hand drive, and at the time, before it was illegal to import car. Wait, how did you get it then? Was it like a black market car? You're the boomer going 30 and a 50. No, I'm going 55, and everyone else is going like 70. That's how it is. Like I'm in a 50 zone, like a normal 50 zone, and I'm going 55. Like that's what it is. I usually go like between 55 and 60, like 5 to 10 kilometers over the speed limit, or like maybe closer to the speed limit. But I'm not going like below it, right? And people are speeding past me. Like everyone drives really fast these days. I have a very fast car, but you always drive well below the legal limit. Well below. I mean, you can drive the limit. Because when you imported it, it was legal. Oh, okay, okay. And in 2009, they passed a law where you can't import cars unless they're 25 years or older now to protect the American auto industry, probably, right? So everyone buys Ford trucks and Chevrolet. Maybe Canadians being polite and nice is sort of a truce to it really is. Because like one thing I really noticed, like America culturally, it's pretty similar to Canada, right? Because like we have a very close proximity. But whenever I go to America, the one thing I notice is that so in Canada, okay, if I was just standing still and someone bumped into me by accident, we would both say sorry. Like I would say sorry, even though it's not my fault. I'm just standing there, right? I would say sorry, and then they would say sorry. I'd be like, oh, so sorry. And then um in America, someone will bump into me. It's clearly their fault. Like it's like come 100% their fault. I was just standing still, I will say sorry, and they will not. And I'm like, excuse me, it was your fault. Why am I saying sorry and you're not saying sorry? Like very rude. But I think it's just like a cultural difference. People just don't apologize for that. And it's because they don't pass DOT safety laws in America. Oh, okay. I thought it was like a lobbying thing. You would drive faster but get targeted by police because of a very cool looking car. Oh yeah, okay, that would make sense though. If you have like a race car looking car, they'd probably be keeping an eye on. They'd probably get the speedometer out, you know. Did that happen in New York? I don't remember happening in New York. It definitely happened at Disneyland a lot. Like when I was at Disneyland, yeah, it's very crowded. People bump into me, and no one apologized to me. It was very rude. You should have got it out. I should have dodged them. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I should have been just when I was standing still, just trying to dodge out of their way. But yeah, that's definitely something I noticed. And people are really, but I guess like Disneyland goers are probably more obnoxious than average population. No offense, no offense. Because like imagine the type of people who are going to Disneyland with their family. Like you're probably more likely to encounter people who are a bit rude. Um, just because of the, you know, I don't have any evidence for this, but I feel like that's true. You know. But yeah, it's that's one thing I noticed definitely. But yeah, I definitely noticed like people honking a lot. Like, cause when I'm driving down the road in Vancouver, I hear honking like okay, if I drive for like an hour, I'd probably hear like one or two honks. Okay. If I was driving downtown, maybe a honk like every 10 minutes or so. But if when I was in I remember I went on a school trip to Chicago and we were driving on the highway and it was like bumper to bumper traffic, okay? It was bumper to bumper traffic. No one can go anywhere, but it was constant honking. Like I don't know who was honking. I think it was multiple people. Um and like people were just honking constantly. I'm like there's nowhere to go. Like why are you honking? Like it's bumper to bumper traffic. And welcome in Con. How are you doing? Out here will push you. The Chicago town shove. I don't think I don't remember getting shoved in Chicago. Maybe I didn't experience that. I did enjoy Chicago though. I like cities. I like cities with rivers in them. I think it's really nice. I mean, as someone who comes from a city where there's lots of water, there's like the ocean and there's like the river. I really like a nice water feature, in the town. I just feel more at home if there's water or if there's mountains. I feel more at home. I remember going to Las Vegas a couple years ago and I was shocked at the bus drivers towing to tourists. Wait, what did they do? Um, Chicago is sick. You want to go there? It was really nice. I mean, I was there on a school trip, but so like I didn't see like everything, but it was a really nice city for sure. It was pretty. What a river, a lake, and a big bean. True. The bean was cool. It was pretty cool. And the lake, I've never seen I've never seen the Great Lakes before, and I was so surprised. I was like, damn, this is a huge lake. Like more than like a big ass bean. Like it was the lake. The lake was huge. Van is a small city. It is, it is. Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, it is a small city. You're doing good. I'm glad to hear that. Did you go? Did you go to the ghetto when you're on your school trip? I don't think so. I don't think so. We went to a school that had a metal detector. I don't know if that counts. It was more of like a. I think it was more of like an inner city school. I think because like yeah, there was like we had to go through. Well, we didn't go through the metal detectors. I guess because they trust us. They're like you're Canadian. You don't need to go through the metal detectors. But yeah, we went to a school that had metal detectors in it. That was pretty crazy. There was like metal detectors and there was like bars. So like it was like and the school was like barred up. I was like, that's pretty crazy. That was a culture shock. And then we went to a different school that was like a more like suburban school and it was huge. It was like a mall. Like legitimately it was like a mall. Like if I walked on foot across the entire parking lot, I think it would take me like 10 minutes. It was so big. Um Also, we had someone come onto our school bus and give a Al Capone bus tour, and it was really weird. It was like he was like, "Oh, this is the place where they had a shootout," and like you could still see the bullet holes in the building. And then they gave away a gift, and I won the gift, and it was a shot glass. I was like, bro, this is a school trip. Like, why are you giving us a shot glass? I was 16. And I was like, and they were like, he was like, yeah, I guess this isn't really the most school appropriate gift, but you could just put you could just put like some water in it. I was like, great, thanks. So weird. You want to investigate the Chicago World Fair site? Oh, yeah, that's cool. I don't really remember, but it was slightly aggressive tone. Yeah. I mean, the bus drivers are nice here. As an American, I confirm you're far less friendly than Canadians in general. Yeah, it's a bit of a culture shock for sure. To be fair, Canada also has its fair share. There is, yeah, there is. I mean, there's jerks everywhere, but I think overall, like, we have a higher level of politeness, which a lot of people don't necessarily like because they think it's like fake. But I think it's just what we're used to. But I think like Vancouver specifically has a very specific culture. Like everyone really keeps to themselves. Like people consider people from Vancouver to be a bit cold. Like we're not very friendly. Like we're nice. Like we're nice. Like if you if we get to know you in like a social setting or whatever, but in public, like you do not talk to strangers in public. Like it's like people are very, and we're very flaky. I've heard it's very common to be like, I don't. Okay, maybe it's a thing everywhere, but here it's a very Vancouver thing to be like, if you run into someone you know, you'll be like, oh, we should definitely get together sometime, and then you never do. Like that's how it goes. You just say it, and it's understood that you will never see each other again. Al Capone. Yeah, it was a school tour about the gangs. I was like, okay. Um, the Chicago World Fair is super mysterious. You should go down that rabbit hole sometime. What does that mean? It's super mysterious. I remember being in grade 9 on a school trip and accidentally walking into a bar. Oh my god. How do you accidentally walk into a bar? Do they not have a bouncer? That's funny though. Um, Los Angeles is the same way. People are phony nice, not actually nice. I mean, no, people aren't phony nice here, I would say. Like people are polite. Like people are very polite and we have good manners. Like we'll say like thank you, sorry, stuff like that. But we won't like talk to each other. Like if you talk to a stranger in Vancouver, like odds are they'll be quite dismissive and cold. And it's not like it's not like they're mean. It's just like it's not like they're mean. It's just like it's not like overly friendly. You know, I think if we like for example, if we ran into like if a Vancouver person met someone that was like really overly nice and like overly friendly to strangers, and we would think that's phony as well. When we walked in, everyone stared at us. Yeah, like some 13-year-olds walk into a bar. Um, you have to check it out for yourself, but it's super weird. Okay, okay. It was in Whistler. Oh no, yeah, you can't be walking into a bar. Um, in America, we just push strangers when they try to talk to you. It's customary. I don't remember this happening. But yeah, the one thing I always talk about this, but the one thing I like the one thing I really took notice of in Chicago was that all the places had revolving doors. Like even like CVS had a revolving door, and I was like, that's pretty fancy. But I guess it's because it's really windy. You know, if it's really windy, like you can't open the door properly, so maybe the revolving door is easier. I'm assuming that's why. Because I've definitely experienced like when it's like really really windy out, you cannot open the door, especially if it's like depending on how the wind is blowing. Interesting theory. Is it true though? Like, why else would there have so many revolving doors? Because like, why does CVS need a revolving door? It's not a fancy place. No, it's not. Are used to separate indoor pressure and outdoor pressure. What? It's not. It's not because of the wind. It's hard to. I personally find it hard to open doors when it's windy. Maybe it's just me. I'm bad at opening doors. I usually just if I'm in a public place, I usually just if the door is kind of heavy, I'm like I just kind of struggle to open it, and then someone will come and help me. They're designed so that no point is the indoor connected with the outdoor. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. It's not that windy here. It's literally called the Windy City. If a stranger talks to me, it obviously means they want to fight. Oh no. Even you're street fighting it out all day. Must be tired. You ever see those prank videos where someone will hold the door for someone a hella long time so they run up to go in? But do you guys ever have that though? Like you're going to the door and there's someone behind you, but they're like a little bit too far away, you know? And you're like, oh. But it's like kind of I feel like it's kind of rude to like let the door slam on them. But at the same time, it's like if I hold the door open, they're gonna feel rushed to like come get it, you know? Sometimes it's like an awkward distance. But yeah, that's a fun prank. It's a little harmless prank, you know. I think pranks like that are nice. Um, and New York is a big apple. Yeah, famously. It's man funny to sit there waiting and make them feel rushed. It is that is kind of that's funny, yeah. But yeah, I think being like a relatively small woman, like I never have to struggle with doors. That's like a one thing. And then I rarely have to like lift my own suitcase up onto the overhead, you know? These days I just do it I can on my own. But usually someone will try to help me. That's classic. The trick is to not feel guilty about letting it slam in their face. I mean, if it's a bit too far away, I think it's fine to, you know, let it close. They'll understand. Um, in the college, I read a book that's saying holding a door for women is sexist because you're basically saying she isn't capable of opening it herself. But like, don't you hold doors open for like anyone? Like, if you were going through the door, I mean, maybe this is a Canadian thing as well. I don't know. Like, if I was going through a door and there's someone behind me, whether it's a woman or a man or like whoever, I would hold the door open for them. Like, why not? Like, I don't like hold. I'm not like I don't like hold it open. I'm like after you. Like, I don't do it like that. I just kind of like hold. I just walk through it and then like hold it open so they can grab it, right? Um, like if someone like opened it like that and then let me go first, like, I mean, I guess some people do that. Some people do that, but if they're being weird about it, that's a bit weird. But honestly, about that book, sometimes I can't open the door. Like sometimes doors are really heavy. Like there's some doors, especially like security doors, they can be really heavy. Um, and in that case, I don't think it's sexist to help me. I think it's like women can be strong, but I am not one of them. So I think it's valid. And I could open the door if I tried hard enough, but it's if someone can just help me open it, then I think it's easier. You ever use your Pilates skills to lift your luggage? Yeah, I'm using my lats. I'm ready. Um, but yeah, it's I these days I try to make my suitcase light enough that I can lift it, but um, usually I can just grab it. Sometimes if I like put my jacket up there and it like goes to the back, I can't reach it. And then sometimes I'll be like, oh, can someone grab it for me? But it kind of just depends like who's around you. Like what if there's like only old ladies around you? You know, you got to be able to lift it yourself. But sometimes like really old people will try to help me and I feel kind of bad. Like a really old man will be like, oh, let me get your suitcase. I'm like, oh no, it's okay, I'll get it. Or sometimes like, yeah, it depends on the who's asking. I think I told this story like when I was going to Europe one of the times. I think it was when I was going to Paris. I was getting off the plane. I was grabbing my suitcase, and this guy was like, "Oh, let me get it for you." And then I looked over. He was on crutches. I was like, it's okay. I'll do it myself. I was like, that's really nice of him, but you're literally on crutches. Like you have a broken leg. I think he not only was he no, I think he wasn't on crutches. He was waiting for this. He was waiting for the flight attendants to deliver his crutches to him. Like he was like just hopping on his foot. Like I was like, please don't. We hold the door open for the next person. Yeah, that's how they do it. In America, they actively slam the door. They like not only not hold the door open, they push it closed. If I seen Miju struggling, I would just continue to watch her do so. Thanks. And then I'll slam it on you. If you didn't help me, I'll push it closed. And I'll hold it closed. I'll lock it behind me. Feminism kills chivalry. Classic. We should have never let women have their own bank accounts. Like now they have to open their own doors. Miju, have you no shame? How are you gonna make a disabled man? No, I said no, I picked it up myself. But yeah, it was kind of funny. I was like, really? Are you asking me? Like, I appreciate the effort, but like, come on. I hit the closed door button on the elevator right in front of people. Oh no. It would help me, but only so the people around us wouldn't think I'm an a-hole. True. Chikano doesn't care. He's just gonna be sitting there, like, taking a video. Like, he's like, oh my god, it's so funny. You'd help me just for the karma points? Thanks, Angel. All that gym for no reason, huh? You're not even gonna use your muscles for good? If nobody is there as a witness, it wouldn't help. I can do it myself. I would never pack a suitcase that I couldn't lift. You'd only help if you asked. You're on your own otherwise? I mean, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Like, I can understand either way. The one thing I don't like, I don't mind if people ask. Like, if you were like, "Oh, would you like me to grab that for you?" Um, I don't mind that. But sometimes people, sometimes guys will be like, "Oh, let me do that for you," and I'll be like, "I'm okay," and they're like, they just grab it, you know? And I'm like, I thought it was fine, but whatever. Sometimes people are really a little too aggressive with their help, or like people. Sometimes people are like, um, yeah. Sometimes people are like straight up like, you can't do it yourself. Like, let me do it for you. You know, those people are been. I don't think their intentions are correct. You know, um, but that happens. That happens occasionally. You know. But I rarely refuse the help. Like I'm only refusing the help if I feel like I'm more physically capable than the person asking me, you know? Like if it's like a old man or like yeah, like the guy on crutches, like I'm doing it myself. Um if you think watch, he's like, damn, yeah, exactly. He's like, ah, I gotta be nice. To be fair, I don't remember if the Draconian ever held a door open for me. I don't think he did. I can't. I mean, not that it would be like a really strong memory. Like, I feel like I don't. But I don't specifically remember, so it must not have happened. Helping a woman to establish dominance. Exactly, exactly. Helping a woman to demean her capabilities. Very chivalrous. I'm helping whether you like it or not. I mean, usually people just grab it. They're like, "Oh, let me get that for you," and they like reach for it, and I'm just not like I'm being like, "No, don't do it," you know. So it's I usually just let them help because like it is kind of hard to get it from the overhead. It's not like a weight thing. It's more like the size of the suitcase and like how high it is. Like some overhead compartments are quite high up. It's more like a height thing, I think. You're incapable and pathetic. Like, imagine if someone did that while helping me. I'd be like, it would be it would be. I don't know if I would. If it's that's a nice. I don't think it's no. I think it's no longer a nice act. Um, he seems like the type to not be a door holder. Okay. Do I give up door holder vibes? Oh my gosh. Even I hold the door, man. You don't care if the French see me not helping you. They don't count. Fair enough. Fair enough. Um. Let me get that for you, little girl. Oh no. I mean, it was at the Paris airport where I was going through the customs. Like there's like a customs line for like no customs, sorry, it's a security line. There's a security line for people who are over 18 and under 18. And as I was going through the over 18 door, they were like, excuse me, are you over 18? Like this is the over 18 line. And that was last, no, it was 2 years ago. So I was 24. And I was like, no, I'm over 18. I don't know why they stopped me. So yeah, I basically got called a little girl by the French. You get where I'm coming from. There's a difference between being nice and being condescending. Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. I mean, but at that point, like, if a condescending man is gonna lift my suitcase down, like, whatever. Like, he can do that, whatever. It's not like I gotta see this guy again. I'm not the type to refuse the help, you know? Um, Shocking, yeah, exactly, exactly. I think, yeah, I think with the Asian thing, it's like other Asian people, like or like East Asian people, can guess my like no one. A lot of Asian people do not think that I'm younger than I am. Like they guess my age like fairly correctly. But yeah, like a lot of white people will be like completely off with my age, you know? Like sometimes I do get like, oh, were you 18? Like yeah, well, obviously I get carded because like the age is 19 here. And I think they card if you look under 30. I bet you'll get carded for alcohol till you're 70. My friend's dad got carded like a little while ago. He was like 40. He was like 40 or 45. He got carded. I think it was in America. So like yeah, the age is 21, but I'm like, "Really? You carded her dad?" Like That's crazy. That person at the, I think it was in like Seattle or something. Like the person at the cashier must have been really blind. Like that's a crazy way to get carded. Maybe they do it as a nice gesture. I don't know. Classic Seattle moment. Chicano's out here guessing everyone's age wrong. You know. But yeah, it's I definitely do get carded. But I understand that part though. Like I would card me too, cause like you're supposed to card people who look like even if I do look 25, you're still supposed to card me, cause like you're supposed to card people who look under 30 or 35 or whatever. There's some places that supposedly card everyone no matter what, but I've only seen that places near university. Like, are you really gonna card like a 70-year-old man? Like, I don't think so. There's no need, right? And welcome in Houdini. How are you? You try really hard not to make comments about how flattered I am to be carded. Why not? Why not? Yeah, it's yeah, it'd be kind of ridiculous to card like a clearly really elderly person, you know? Uh, they might they'll just laugh at you. They'll be like, really? It seems a bit silly. But yeah, it's I feel like I'm gonna get carded for a while. But I think a lot of people I don't think I look like 18. Like I some people are just bad at guessing ages, I think. Because like people I think it just depends. Depends on the person. Some people are just really off. I try not to guess people's ages as well because I'm also a bad age guesser, so I probably should not be guessing ages. I could be like 10 years off, you know? When I was in high school, you'd use a walker to try to bet alcohol. Did it ever work? There's no way. There's no way. Some like teenager shows up with the walker. I don't think it's gonna work. I'm 19 and wearing an elaborate old man costume. Honestly, at that point, they deserve the alcohol. You know, like they're going through all the effort. Let them buy the beer. You know. I think 21's a bit of a ridiculous age, though. But it's kind of weird, you know. Your employee was blowing me up, telling me how much the auto concert was good. I know Kalani had a really great time as well. But you're not allowed to take videos because she's like a faceless singer. Next time you go to a Weave concert, do vibe. Are you an Auto fan? I didn't know you. I didn't know you're an Auto fan. I heard she's a really good singer, which is cool. I know she's really well known in Japan right now. She's really famous. To be fair, it adds to the experience because I feel like people ruin concerts with recording. I mean, I like having a few videos to look back on, but I don't necessarily like recording the whole time. Like some people record the whole time, and like I appreciate their service because like people who don't go to the concert will like to watch the videos, right? But personally, I feel like it would be kind of like I feel like there's no need to record the whole thing, you know? Because like you know, like I don't know. It just feels like the recording the whole thing is it's a bit distracting. I guess you got Tim Candid, so I appreciate exactly. I was recently going through all my photos and videos and trying to prune some out because I ran out of iCloud storage. um, and so then I was going through all of them, and I was like, I'm glad I have these Tim Henson videos. So I was happy that I had them. 21 is dumb as hell. If you're an adult and 18, you should be able to do anything an adult is allowed to do. Yeah, it's kind of silly that like you can vote for the president, but like you can't have a beer, like, and you can drive a car. Like, surely driving a car is like more dangerous. I don't know. And I feel like restricting alcohol that much until you're 21, and people are obviously gonna like kids are gonna drink anyway, right? Like 18-year-olds are gonna drink anyway. Yeah, and join the army. True. Like you can sign up to like sacrifice your life for your country, but I mean obviously not necessarily, but like you can technically, but you cannot buy a beer. Yeah. And it's like kind of, I think the more you restrict it and the more the kids have to drink in secret, the more dangerous it is. Like I'm very much like if you make it less taboo and the parents are, you know, like if the parents are able to, like they don't have to like hide it, they can just like drink safely, then I think it's better because they're gonna drink anyway, right? Didn't Jenny say recently that I see more phones than you guys? Yeah, yeah, true. Um, well, Americans are pretty immature, so I stand for 20. I mean, yeah, I agree with that too. I don't think 16-year-olds should be driving. um, because like, really, do you want a 16-year-old on the road? I don't know. And do you really want 18-year-olds to be voting? Like, I don't know. But it's like, where do you draw the line, you know? Because like even like here it's like 19, and 19's pretty young too. So it's like I'm not really sure. It's like it's really hard to know where to draw the line, but it seems arbitrary that like yeah you can join the military at 18, but you can't drink. Because like it should really just be the same age. Like it's like if the government says you're old enough to be a soldier, you should be old enough to drink. Canadian 19-year-old versus American is night and day. I don't think so. I don't think so. There's a lot of really immature. There's immature people everywhere. But I think it just depends on where you're from and what kind of childhood you had. I think it depends on the person, you know? Like even people who grew up in the same household can have different levels of maturity. I think it's a disposition. Um, at least back in the 1800s when I used to go up there. Before Canada was founded, you mean? Like, were you out there like in the founding father of Canada? It's the overt polite. True, true. Maybe that's it. In the U.S., you can actually join the army at 17 with parental approval. That's too young. That's too young. Working summers as a lumberjack really speeds up your maturing. True, true. Were you prospecting? Yeah, he was prospecting. He was there for the gold rush. um, Scott used to work for the Hudson Bay Company. Oh, he was trading furs. He was bringing up the Seattle furs and trading them. There's a lot. I think Canada has probably changed a lot since you've been here. Like, when was the last time you were here? Like, 10 years ago? So it's something, it was like 5 or 10 years ago, right? Probably not 5. 5 was like COVID. A decade. I think it's changed a lot. If you come to like, if you go to like any neighborhood, it'll be completely different. Because like, we're constantly building these stuff. Especially like Richmond. Richmond's so different. I remember when the Earth was cooling. Were you there at Jurassic Park? Or like real Jurassic, I mean, not Jurassic Park. And then you were recreated when Jurassic Park was made, because you were fossilized back then. My grandpa lied about his age and during the army. He was fighting in World War II when he was like 17. Oh my gosh, that's too young. Like that's children, you know. Why are the children fighting? I just remember being at the mall with your girlfriend at the time and saw like models everywhere. What do you mean? Like, are you saying Canadians are really pretty? Is that what you mean? Everyone was just really hot? I don't think we have a high concentration of models. Everyone was good looking, well dressed. Maybe you're just in like a really nice area. I don't know. Which mall were you at? Dude was playing Call of Duty in VR without the without the V. Oh no. My grandpa was too young during World War II. Insect for the size of dogs. It was wild. That sounds disgusting. You spent your youth doing photosynthesis in a primordial soup. No way, no way. Kids these days have it so easy. They have TikTok, you know? You caused a big bang because you left the stove on. No. Somewhere in Vancouver? I don't know. I don't really have this experience. I feel like I don't know. Maybe people in Seattle are just really ugly. I don't. Kidding. But I feel like when I walk around, I see really. I mean, it seems normal to me. I don't know. Maybe I just don't know. People seem averagely dressed. I find that like people tend to dress better in like Asia. Like in Japan, people are more dressed like formally, I guess. No one would ever wear like athleisure or anything like that. Um, when he was 27, my granddad fought in Vietnam. When I was 27, I built a birdhouse with your mom. I mean, that's a good thing. That's a good thing that kids don't have to do that now. I feel like we scrub it out when we go out in public in America. Oh, yeah, okay, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I mean, maybe compared to that, it's a bit nicer here, but still, like, I mean, a lot of people in Vancouver dress like they're going to the gym, but like it's like nice gym clothes, you know? So I guess it's fine. Averagely dressed, we should calling you basic. I mean, I just think people look normal. Although, one time, one time I was at a park and this girl was there and she was doing like a photo shoot. Like they had those like big like reflecting light things. Some guy was there with like a camera and she was like I think she was wearing like this really crazy makeup that made her look like a doll. And I was like, I've never seen a person look like that. Like I was like, is this what it feels like if you like go see Espa? Like she looked insane. Like I don't even know how to describe it. Like I didn't take a picture of her because like that's a bit creepy. But like she just looked like very ethereal. I was like, damn, like that's crazy. I think it was like she had like a very specific makeup. Like her skin was like white. Like it was like this. It was white. Like I was like, I don't know what I'm looking at. But she was like really pretty. Remember my homegirl said Japan was Japanese, told me living in Japan sucks. Everyone just is super nice just to go out for normal errands. Yeah, it's a very like. I mean, this is the same in a lot of Asian cultures, but it's very much like a appearances culture, like keeping up appearances. So like, even if you're just going to the grocery store, you have to like, you can't just like dress like a slob, you know, because like people will judge you, and like people care what other people think, right? So you can't just do that. And I don't really like that. I think it's really like I think it's silly. So I'm not a fan of it. Like I like being able to go to the store like no makeup, like just wearing like my Lululemon, like it's fine. Yeah, exactly. Like who cares? Like it's like you're just going to the supermarket. Like why can't I just wear a hoodie and you know just like I'm not like dirty or anything like that, but like I'm just saying like I just want to like dress casually and comfortably. So I'm not a fan of people judging you, you know? You just got your passport renewed, so you want to visit Vancouver soon? It's very nice. You will love it. I got annoyed with the whole when I was a kid, we drank from the garden hose from the Facebook crowd. True, true. I mean, I don't understand that mindset because it's like, shouldn't you be happy that it's better for kids these days? Like, do you want the kids to suffer like you did? Like, no, right? It's like saying like, oh, you know, when I was like, it's like, why would you want the like, why would you want them to suffer? Wear sweatpants going to the store out here. I mean, nothing wrong with sweatpants. Um, People also go out of their way to go to regular stores the minute they open to get the errand out of their way in Japan. People in Japan are very punctual, yes. And welcome in law. That's why masks are clutch too. True, true. I liked masks during COVID time because I like you know just kind of like it feels more like oh like no one can see me like whatever. But these days I feel quite comfortable. I mean I kind of always have, but these days I feel a lot more comfortable wearing like very little makeup. I often do like many days where I just don't wear like um or where I'm not wearing like any makeup or I'm wearing very minimal makeup. I've been wearing a lot less recently. Not that I ever felt like there was a problem with not wearing makeup before, but before I'd always just like put it on just because like getting ready for the day. But now I'm like, oh, I could be like ready without it. Even if I'm going to somewhere that's like normally I would wear makeup. Um, you always wear your tuxedo in the supermarket. That's the Norwegian way. No, here it's like you would be completely at in like no matter where you are, like Like people will be wearing Lululemon. Like it's like if you love wearing athletic clothing, you will love Vancouver. Like everyone's out here wearing Lululemon and like a rain jacket. Like we're all chilling like that. And Vancouver attire, Lululemon leggings, like a Arc'teryx jacket, Blundstones. What else? Yeah, just a lot of stuff like that. Blundstones is classic. But now we're too soft. We need to find a balance. We need enough grit to handle the challenges of life that are crying about everything all the time. I think kids these days, or like youth these days, are more outspoken. I think that's a good thing. Sometimes it's a bit too far, right? Like people are complaining about things that don't really matter, or like um, putting people on blast or like kind of like hurting people's businesses or like hurting people's reputations when they don't necessarily deserve to be like publicly outed for that. You could just resolve it privately. Um, but like I don't know. I think it's okay to. I think being outspoken is a good thing because like I think there's been a lot of like social changes and that kind of stuff keeps going on. But yeah, there's definitely a balance. Like you shouldn't be like about every little thing. But I don't necessarily think like kids are too soft these days. I don't know, but I don't know a lot of kids, so maybe I haven't experienced it. This is a Pacific Northwest staple, windbreaker, some track pants, some comfy sneakers. Yeah, people like joggers. I think yeah, guys a lot of times are wearing like joggers or stuff like that. Sneakers. Oh yeah, always sneakers. Always sneakers. It's not just kids, it's everyone. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of people go through hard stuff. Uh, you sound like such a boomer. I'm sorry. I mean, like, I think people these days are going through hard stuff, right? Like, we just have different hardships than we did back then, and I think it's a good thing that we don't have like, like we're not like societally oppressed. Like there's a lot of like maybe my issues are not like oh I'm being discriminated against or something. And it's more you know there's a lot of I think a lot these days there's a lot more like mental health issues or like or more like talk about mental health issues stuff like that. I think it's okay. No reason to go out when everything can be delivered, but the delivery fee is so expensive. You don't interact with kids either. I just know my soul will get shattered if I go grocery shopping, and a kid bumps into me only for them to say sorry, Mister. No, the thing that gets me, Law, is when someone calls me a lady. Like if it's not like an old person saying like young lady, but it's like when like say like a mom is with her child and she's like, oh, don't bother that lady over there. Like, go ask that lady over there. I'm like, oh, do not call me that. Like, I know people don't necessarily mean it in like an old way, but yeah, I don't like that. I'm gonna sound hella boomer with this, but the neighbors across the street have 10 to 15-year-old kids, absolutely no respect for anything around them. I don't think that has to do with generations though. I think teens have always been obnoxious. Like when I was a teenager, I was definitely less aware and less I was a bit annoying probably, like when I was a teenager as well. I know you guys are gonna say like you're still annoying now. Like I'm preempting it. I want to put a whole tux on and get groceries. I get them delivered for 5 to 10. Where that's true. For me it's a bit easier because I can just like put on like a ball gown. It's like a one piece. I know tuxes probably have like multiple layers, like the jacket and the tie, whatever. But I guess for you guys it's a bit difficult. My mom told me the first time someone called her ma'am, she went into her car and cried. Okay, that's a bit of a big reaction. And you're saying that the younger generation are doing that. No, okay. Honestly, I think it just depends on the person. I notice a lot of like foreigners call me ma'am. I think it's more common. Or like over like customer service, people will call you like ma'am or sir over customer service. But like I don't know. I think it just depends on the person in that situation. And walk him in York. Hey, how dare you? How dare you? And welcome in, Sarah. How are you? I was an awful teen one time on the highway. Yeah, you told me about this, man. That's obnoxious. Your family member just found their keys. Let's go. I'm glad they found them. That was a long time. Miji, I don't mean to blame your mom, but I was just trying to prove your point. I was trying to disprove your point, okay? By using your mom. I know someone who was asked by some kids what it was like being a teen during the YOLO swag era. Terrible, terrible. Oh my god. Don't even remind me. Do you guys remember like that like lol so random era like oh remember the planking? What the hell was the planking? I doing well, so am I. Thanks for asking. And sir, it's nice to hear because sometimes people just use it out of respect. Yeah, sometimes if people are just using it to be respectful, they don't mean like old. Need some mac and cheese. Sounds delicious. Okay, I really have to pee. I'll be right back. Enjoy the little the Mallow March party in the meantime. Okay, give me a couple of minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. The 2 weeks where the Harlem Shake took over. That was so weird. That was so weird. The memes were dank though. I've never been a big meme guy. We hated that fashion. Oh god, yeah, 2010s fashion was not my favorite. I never partook in that. I kind of branched off at that point. Pre-TikTok era trends. Yeah. I was a big YouTube watcher in that day, like the classic old 2010s YouTubers. Those were good days, I think. 2010 to 2015 memes were fire. I'll just take your word for it. I miss the early 2010s, not the later 2010s. I don't know. I don't feel that strongly about the later 2010s. I mean, that was pretty recent. The golden age of online multiplayer games too, late thousands, early 2010s. Boomer era. I have no idea, man. I didn't really start. I mean, I don't even play online multiplayer games now, but I didn't really start gaming till like 2016, 2015, 2016. I never really played online. Harlem Shake was the hype until it got cringe. I mean, that's the same with every meme, you know? Like, it has its moment and then it's over quickly, you know? YouTube's infancy was peak. Yeah, I agree. I agree. As like before, like it was very personal before, I guess. Like it was, yeah, it was like it was no corporations. It was like, but then even honestly, um, nowadays like the quality of YouTube videos is so high. So like I do appreciate it now as well. Like back then, obviously, like there was a lot of personality and there was a lot of personal touches to YouTube back then. But it was definitely a lot lower quality, right? Like no one had like high production quality. People couldn't even make money for a little while on YouTube. But nowadays, like quality of YouTube, there's so much good content on YouTube. Like and the old content is still there. I'm assuming Chicano's been dressing like a character from The Matrix ever since The Matrix came out. Nah, nah. OG YouTube internet culture was peak. It was cringe, but it was also peak, yeah. Um, Not the Velociraptor. He will always remind cool and hip. Is that a YouTuber? He's watching some old 2008 AMVs, and oh my god, it was a trip. I've never seen those. I'm sorry. Those are like the anime videos, right? I'll take personality over production quality every single day of the week. Videos are all the same these days. Wow, you guys are such boomers. Come on. I think videos these days are so good. There's some really great content creators out there these days. They're making such good. I mean, like production. You can have production quality and personality. I think you know. She doesn't know. Wait, it's not a YouTuber. I'm sorry. I'm a young lady. Yeah, I'm just a young boy. I don't know these things. Um, the Velociraptor is the thinking dinosaur. Oh, the one with the hat. No, 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 no. I know that. I know that. It just didn't immediately appear to me. Like, I just didn't really think about it. I think I know the one, right? I wouldn't say it's because you're young, you've lived under a rock half your life. That's the thing. That's the thing. Because older people just think I don't know things because I'm young. Like they're like, oh, like do you know like this 80s movie? And I'm like, I don't know this movie. They're like, oh, it's just because you're young. But then like younger people will be like, oh, do you know this like internet thing? Like do you know this like meme that's going around? I'm like, no. And it's because I don't pay attention to like pop culture at all. Like I'm not in tune. Like I follow like my own YouTubers and I don't pay attention to like the general culture. You know, like I'm very kept up with like my own interests, but I don't pay attention to other things. That's why. Using cascadas every time I have no idea what those words are. Um, I would say, yeah, okay, I just read that. Made you too young for peak cinema, but too old to say skibbity. True, true. I'm not a skibbity guy. Fun fact, me just the least cool person on earth. No, I just live under a rock. I just don't know what's going on, you know? I guess, is that part of being cool? I think I can be cool in my own way, you know? I'm just gonna be a cool person on my own, you know? FYI, the kids reclaimed the word meme. They changed the pronunciation back to Mimi. I think you're lying to me. I think you're just trying to make me say Mimi and embarrass myself. Miju's pretty cool. At least she'll tell you how she feels from all that yapping. I'll tell you how I feel? Do you mean like my emotions? It's very Sigma of you. Thank you. Thank you. That's me. The Sigma guy. No, I really don't pay attention to these things. Cause like, where do you even find this information? Like, social media? Cause like, I don't even use social media now. Cause like, I deleted. I don't have any personal social media. Cause when I started streaming, it's like, bit of like a safety thing. And I didn't really use it to begin with. Like, I haven't used Facebook in like 15 years. You know, like I haven't even probably had Facebook in 15 years. But like, yeah, I haven't used Facebook in like 10 years. Like, and even Instagram, I wasn't really using it much, so I just kind of closed everything. And I have a streaming Instagram and I have a streaming Twitter. But who wants to go on Instagram or Twitter these days? And I just don't really bother. I go on Instagram to check the reels that people send me, and that's about it. Cause like if I start scrolling through Instagram, it's kind of like it rots your brain. I feel like, you know, I have some like weird like it just keeps going. How many other humans do you interact with in person? Uh, not a lot, not a lot, honestly. I have a pretty I'm pretty introverted. Like I think I really don't mind spending a lot of time alone, and I have a lot of like solo hobbies, I would say. Like I mean, streaming is like my main, like I feel like streaming, even though it's not like a proper social interaction, it kind of just gets like all the yapping out of my body, and I could just kind of talk. And I mean I really enjoy streaming, obviously, because I've been doing it for so long at this point. Um so that's like I would say that's my main hobby. Like that's what I want to do the most. And I like playing games, which is obviously like not really like a. I mean, like there's co-op games, but like it's more of a solo hobby. I like singing, which is generally like something I do on my own. I practice on my own. And like Pilates, I mainly do Pilates like at home. I don't even go to the gym really, because like usually Pilates is like more body weight kind of thing. And I like watching shows and movies as well. So not too much. I'm close with my family. I see my family a lot. You got constant dopamine hits from doggo waifu guys. You can't break the cycle. You gotta leave. I was just teasing it. Sorry, no, 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 no. I was just giving you guys. I was just giving you guys an insight on my life in case you guys feel the same way. I don't feel any like I'm not like thinking anyone's making fun of me for it. Um, don't worry, don't worry. I got you. I get what you mean. Um, but honestly, yeah, it is true though. I don't interact with that many people in person. But like, who has time for that? No, I don't know. I feel like my social battery gets depleted so quickly. Like if it's not people, so do you think if it's true? I mean, yeah, it's just a fact. Um, like I'm the kind of person who's like, I just lose touch with my friends. Like if I'm the person like not initiating, like like someone invites me somewhere and then I'm like, "Ah, I don't want to go." Like that's me every time. I'm like, oh, like I would my ideal friendship is like we see each other like twice a year maybe, once a year, something like that, and I'm perfectly happy. Like catch up a little bit over text, whatever. Um, do like maybe if we like do something together, like play games or whatever, that kind of thing. But then if it's like, oh, let's hang out and do stuff in person, like I don't want to do that like a week. Like sometimes I read like stories of people online and they're like, oh, I have a best friend, I see her every day. And I'm like, bro, you're seeing your best friend every day? Like you good? That's too much. Um, what's trending in the weeb community is going back and watching 90s anime. Fair enough, fair enough. Um, Weeb life crisis. True. I'm never the one to say let's do something, but if you say that to me, I'll usually say sure. But that's the thing. Like usually friendships require you to also reciprocate, right? Like if someone was friends with you and they had to invite you to everything and you never initiated anything, they'd probably think you're not interested in being friends with them, you know? So you just have to find a friend who also understands that level of like who's like at that level as well. Because he's like, I'm the only one initiating hangouts and stuff, even though we talk at least a couple times a week. Yeah, that's frequent to me. For me, I'm like, that's pretty frequent. Talking a couple times a week, that's a lot. You know? Hanging out is tiring. Yeah, okay, I'm glad we all on the same page. You guys get me. Um, I want to see my best friend every day, even if we're roommates. True. Okay, okay, okay. You guys get me. Guess that's why I have no friends. Honestly, relatable, relatable. I only see my bestie like every 36 months. Yeah, that's a good time frame. Okay, that's a good friendship. That's the ideal friendship, honestly. Like I don't mind texting and catching up over text, but like hanging out in person and spending time together, like that's a more like a yeah, it's a more every 36 months. Most of my good friends in my adult life are also my roommates. It all makes sense. I mean, that makes sense for everyone though, because like you see them a lot, right? But yeah, it's I mean, maybe that's just how it is, you know, when you're an adult. Because like the people that see their friends that frequently and they're like adults, I'm like, how? Like, do you not have like other stuff to do, right? Like surely there's not time to see each other every week, right? Like that's or like multiple times a week. Like there's not really time for that, no? Like don't you want time for yourself as well? I guess some people just don't need time to themselves, right? So like maybe that's the part that's taken up by stuff. I don't know. Kids these days need hobbies. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Maybe their only hobby is hanging out with their friends, which I guess is fine. They like if they like it, then go for it. I feel like some people can't be alone. I mean, yeah, I think it's just a personality thing. You know, some people are more introverted and, you know, being with people is like draining their social battery. And some people need to fill their social battery by like talking to other people or hanging out with people. They need to escape the shouting cloud of solo activity or something. What? It's a peaceful life. You prefer solitude. I agree. I agree. Um, I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do alone. I feel like I could just live my life in solitude and I'd be pretty happy. You know. I mean, obviously, I want to like see my family and my loved ones, but like, um, you know, there's a lot of stuff. I feel like I'd be fulfilled. You know. We used to joke that one of our friends in high school had separation anxiety because he couldn't be alone. Oh my god, I had like a moment of like realizing when I was in high school that not everyone is like, you know, like not everyone thinks like me or like you guys here. Like some people are a bit more like needy, I guess. I remember going through this. I was like, oh my god, why was my friend like this? It's just a part of growing up and learning that people are like that. Cause like one time someone asked me to hang out and I said, oh, I don't really feel like it. Sorry. And she was so upset. Like she was like, oh my god, like do you hate me? Like I was like, no, I just said no. I just said no. They're like, but you didn't have like a reason. Like you just said you didn't want to. And I was like, yeah. But then like some people really will not take that well, you know? I think it's also because we're young, right? Like we were both young at the time, so it's probably understandable. Um, some people are like with relationships, just jump from one person to another to avoid being alone. Yeah, I don't think you should. Obviously, you shouldn't date someone just because you don't want to be alone. Like you should date the right person. And I think it's good to be able to be single, right? Because like no one wants no like I mean maybe some people want this, but like I don't think a healthy relationship is one where you're together because you can't be alone, you know? Like wouldn't you want someone who wants you instead of needs you? I would be annoyed if someone was like I need you, like you know? Like I feel like I'd want them to be happy on their own, but I make their lives better, you know? I think that's probably the most healthy way to go about it. Just need an internet, maybe a doggo. True, if you have a doggo, you'd never be lonely. In my high school, my friend joked that I was a simulation because nobody, nobody ever saw me outside of school. One of us. um, me just yap streams where I talk to people the most these days. I mean, that makes sense though, because like obviously, like in real life, you're not gonna hang out with like dozens of people, right? Like, I think the nice thing about streaming is that we have like a nice community, right? And we can chat amongst the community. And it's not like a friend group because it's like larger than a friend group typically, and like not everyone knows each other. So it's like yeah, it is more yeah, it's definitely just a community. Um, that's pretty direct. Oh my god, I shouldn't have said that when I was a teenager. It was a mistake. I was a bit too blunt, I think. I went through a phase where I was like super blunt, and I don't think that's the way to go with your life. And welcome in Eric. Hope you're doing well today. That top plant wants to end it all. It's trying to jump off. I keep bringing it to the brink of death and reviving it, so it's probably having a terrible life. So yeah, it is trying to end it all. And welcome in travel. It's a nice community. It really is. It really is. We gotta keep it nice, you know? Can't let the not nice people in. I mean, most of us here know each other for years, maybe not IRL, but still. I mean, a lot of people do, yeah. I mean, but I think people come and go. Like with online communities, people really just come and go, right? It's just how it goes. Like life circumstances change. You can't come to stream as much. Maybe we're all bots. Maybe it's a simulation. It's gotta be against the Geneva Convention, teasing the plant death. Geneva will never find out. You watch Demon Hunters, you almost cry. You still haven't watched Demon Hunters? I don't know if I highly recommend it personally. I know this is like sacrilegious to say. I don't know if I highly recommend it. But I would say if you like family movies, then you should watch it. If you like animation and if you like good family movies, if you like K-pop, I think you would enjoy it. I don't know if it's like life changing, but you would enjoy it. That plant reminds me of the haircut of that girl in Napoleon Dynamite. You know I haven't seen that movie. You know I haven't seen it. What do you mean like Angel? Because you're a simulation. We've been over this. The community movie night for No, it's okay. It's okay. There's some girls talking loud enough on the train about why they dumped their boyfriend. One of the boyfriend did something weird? Share. Is it family friendly? What did he do? It's a top movie of the past 10 years. Like for you, I wouldn't say it's objectively the top movie of the past. I think as a movie, it was fine. But I think in terms of like the simulation and the music, I think it was enjoyable. You're pretty into K-pop. It doesn't seem like my type of movie. I mean, if it doesn't seem like it's your type of movie, then it probably isn't. Because like just watching the trailer, I think you would get the vibe of the movie. It's very much a very family movie. Maybe Angel's the IRL VTuber with the physical avatar, just a school. True. You can make it family friendly enough. Okay, sure, yeah. Why did they dump their boyfriends? I like when you can overhear people gossiping. You know, sometimes you hear like the craziest stuff. You're like, what am I hearing? Sometimes I can hear my neighbors if they're like chatting on the balcony. I'm like, do you guys know that we can all hear you? Like I hear them talking and I'm like, I can hear everything. Like, but they never said anything too crazy. You think you and critics? Yeah, fair enough. I think it got some pretty good reviews. You remember the last movie I watched? It was Alien Romulus. Ooh, I heard. Yeah, I want to watch that. But I don't know. Like, I haven't gone around to it. They said I would boot up only to go to school. That'd be a terrible life. It's like Severance, but like for school. You know? I feel like that wouldn't be enjoyable. So back to that eavesdropping prank video. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. That was a good one. There was a video where, yeah, it was like a prank. There was a prank that the like two people, they were like comedians and they like went to a restaurant and they would talk really loudly and have like a really ridiculous conversation. It was very funny. Where she was like, "Is my face too big?" And then he was like, and the boyfriend was like, "Yes, you look like a spoon." It was so funny. How often do they talk about their weird young Asian shut-in neighbor? I don't think they know me because they're like on the floor above, so I wouldn't have met them. Boyfriend was upset that the girlfriend still got requests and didn't delete old male followers. What? So they took girlfriend's phone and pretended to be here testing if they flirted? It's not her problem if people are following her. It's not like she's following them. Like, she has no control over that. Also, welcome in, Crystal. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. How are y'all doing? Alien is the only horror movie franchise that I enjoy being scared watching. I heard Alien Romulus was quite enjoyable. And it has the girl who played Dina in The Last of Us season 2. And yeah, so I do like Alien. I like Alien Isolation a lot. Yeah, welcome in. Thanks for the raid, Crystal. Where were you guys streaming? Gaming, maybe? If you guys are crazy gamers. We're just talking about movies. We're talking about one, overhearing people gossiping about their relationship, and two, movies. Just tangential conversations. You were just chatting too. Nice, a fellow yapper. She was yapping and watching Lads Convention. What is that? We used to talk to our neighbors when I was a kid, but now we're the Asian shut-in neighbors too. Yes. We're all the same here. And welcome in, Hero. Yeah, I tied my hair back. I missed doing my hair like this. I used to tie it like I was watching K-pop Demon Hunters, and the girl she has her hair like this, and I used to tie my hair like this, but right now it's a little too short and like these pieces stick out a little bit. I like doing it like that though, but one day when it's a bit longer. Part 2, some followers did flirt and he led them on to send NSFW content. Why? Why? That boyfriend sounds unhinged. What the hell? That boyfriend deserved to be dumped. Let's be real. Like, firstly, he cares that people are following his girlfriend. Like, she's supposed to like check all her followers and like make sure they're not men. Like, why? And two, yes, of course, if you message random guys online, some of them are gonna bite. Like, you know, like some of them unprompted will send you too much, you know? Like, so like, I think that's that guy's way too controlling. No worries. Get some rest, Crystal. Thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. Have a great night. Love in Deep Space. Yes. You want to be an Asian shut-in neighbor? I mean, you can be a shut-in neighbor. I don't think you can become Asian, but you can be a honorary Asian if you do all the Asian grandpa things, you know? I think you can live the Asian old man life, you know? I think that could be you. In a couple weeks, I don't think my hair grows that fast, but maybe. Yeah, I want the Zoe hair. She was so cute. I love the fashion in K-pop Demon Hunters. Like they had the coolest clothes, you know? Is that really too much to ask for? Apparently not. Yeah, apparently not. I'm one of those, lived in this apartment for 3.5 years, only met like 2 or 3 other people who live here. I mean, it's kind of like that in Vancouver. I don't think people really talk to their neighbors here. I don't really know any of my neighbors in my neighborhood anymore. I mean, I feel like these days people don't know their neighbors. Like, why do you need to know your neighbors? I don't know. All Asian old man things, no lifing Final Fantasy 7 or 2 is a kingdom. True, that's my uncle. How long do you have to hold Asian squat to gain the honorary title? I think if you can Asian squat for like 5 minutes, like you're doing like the yard work, pulling some weeds. If you can do it for like 5 minutes, I think a real Asian would probably be like, they could probably do it for like hours, you know, like doing the grabbing the, you know, the gardening and stuff. Putting in hella hours into Zelda. I mean, she kind of already has that. A lot of people have been talking about K-pop Demon Hunters lately. Is it really that good? A lot of people were recommending it to me. They were like really hyping it up. Personally, I thought it was a cute movie, but it was a pretty cut and dry, average family movie, in my opinion. The one thing that was really good was the animation. The animation was really good, really stylized, really creative and well done, like the animation itself. And the music was very catchy. But in terms of like as a movie, it wasn't like, oh wow, this is like, I mean, okay, Noah will disagree with me. Everyone's free to have their own opinion, but for me personally, I felt like it wasn't like the most incredible movie I've ever seen. It was a pretty predictable plot, and the characters were pretty normal for like a family movie, I think. The elderly holding hand behind the back thing is actually comfortable. True. I do sometimes hold my hand behind my back. Is there a difference between the Asian squat and the Slavic squat? I don't know what a Slavic squat is, so I'm not sure. What is the Asian squat? Google it. It's like you squat down and your butt is like where your feet are, basically. You're like, your back of your thigh is touching the back of your calf. Just Google it, it's probably easier. We can do it for hours. Yeah, you can Asian squat for hours, yeah. You should be able to do it indefinitely. I feel like people hype it up just because it's K-pop. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks so. Because yeah, I think it just got a lot of attention. I think mainly because the songs are really catchy. I think the songs get popular and then the movie gets popular. I think the movie itself is only like it was fine. Everyone's free to have opinions, but some people's opinions are wrong. Well, it's 2v1 now, Noah. There's a man on the train taking up six seats. How? Was he like putting all his stuff there? Like, that's weird. Miju only likes art house K-pop movies. Yeah, only like black and white, silent K-pop movies, you know, about society. You know, it's got to be about society. Yeah, but I think just hearing the plot, you will know if you will like it or not. You know, because like, if I tell you the movie is about K-pop idols who are actually demon hunters and they fight demons through the power of music. If that doesn't sound like your thing, then you'll probably not like the movie. Okay, like I think just hearing that, you'll already know. I will 8 billion versus 1. No one's like, if K-pop Demon Hunters has a million fans, I'm one of them. If they have 1 fans, I'm one of them. If they have no fans, what is it? If I have no fans, I'm dead. We need a defender here, so we appreciate it. You might watch just for art and chill. I've been following since our OG YouTuber. Is she the main girl, Rumi? Yeji's debut music video was really artsy. I liked it a lot. It was like Walking on Air or something like that. Wakamin Cole, is this K-pop Demon Hunt? Yeah. That's just my take. I thought, yeah, the plot is fairly predictable. The character arcs are fairly predictable. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's like enjoyable still. Like it's not like, oh, it's not like so cliche that it's like annoying. It's just it's like pretty standard. The thing that puts it above other movies, I think, is, yeah, like I said, the animation and the music is very catchy. They clearly put a lot of effort into the music. Sounds like Sailor Moon meets Demon Hunter meets Macross. What's Macross? Sorry, Demon Slayer. Sorry, not Demon Hunter. That's the actual movie. Yeah, it has like, it's more like I was watching Alex Meyer's video about it, and he mentioned like Totally Spies. So I was like, oh yeah, I can see that. Like that kind of vibe. Like if you like those things, or if you like Totally Spies, if you like, you know, a lot of adults these days, like the Miraculous Ladybug show. Like if you like that kind of stuff, I think you'll like K-pop Demon Hunters a lot. A group of 6 seats, he's holding the middle spot, leaning forward into another spot, plus bag. That's honestly impressive to take up 6 seats, but what a rude guy. You have K-pop fatigue. Yeah, the songs are very K-pop. Like, it's like, the songs are like, and it's written by the people, the guy who makes most of Blackpink's music. So it's very like pure K-pop. Like, it's like, if you had to distill K-pop down, that you would have the K-pop Demon Hunter songs. Teddy, yeah. Macross is a sci-fi mecha anime. That sounds like a level 3 anime hero. Or maybe level 2. Where humanity always meets aliens and fight interstellar wars with them, and the conflicts always get resolved by the humans singing to the aliens. Oh my gosh, wait. Okay, fair enough. I'll watch when they release post-rock Demon Hunters. One day. Gangster rap Demon Hunters. Let's go. Neoclassic demon hunters, freeform jazz, slam poetry demon hunters. There's so many options. That'd be funny. Um, I'm sure like K-pop demon hunters is so popular too, because like I'm sure the music is all over the internet. Blues demon hunters. Oh no. I mean, the song, the movie is like silly, right? Like it's like the demons make their own boy band to fight back. You can hunt anything with any musical genre. That's true. It doesn't have to be demon hunters. Yeah, you can do like um blues zombie hunters. You know, like it could so many spin-offs. Power electronics demon hunter. No, yes, we can have all sorts. If someone hunted me with K-pop, you get cooked. That would be torture. But what if a really pretty idol girl came up and tried to hunt you? I think it would be pretty easy. Like K-pop idol, a really gorgeous idol with bangs shows up and she's like, "Come over here, Chikano," and you're like, "Okay." She's holding a knife. Come over. You'd be like, "Okay, worth the risk." um, K-pop Ghostbusters. They're out singing Gremlin Hunter. Ooh, okay. A lot of stuff. Yes, please. Yeah. Chikano would fold. One of the girls does have bangs. Zoe has bangs. Why with bangs? Chikano just likes bangs. It's his type. That thing you mentioned about idol hunting reminds me of a particular anime episode I saw before. Fair enough. Yeah, you're in a what level weeb are you, hero? Have you seen the weeb chart? What level weeb are you? Please identify yourself. Um, but yeah, if Jinu from K-pop Demon Hunters was hunting me, I think I would also fall for it. But honestly, I would fall for it if. And honestly, I think Zoe's really cute. Getting strong level 2 vibe from here. Yeah, after that mech anime thing, I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're level 2. Maybe level 3. Disclose your level before chatting. Yeah, you need to first disclose your level. Um, it's okay, Noah. I'm sure everyone can figure that out. There's not a lot of plot twisting in the movie. Um, even if you delete it, people can see it. But yeah, so I don't think anyone was surprised by the plot of Demon Hunters. But yeah, Jinu, very, very handsome man. Very, very handsome animated man. Um, and Wakamin Juicy. Fun fact, there are over 1,500 different Belgian beers. What was that? I just heard like a weird engine sound. Okay. That means you could drink a Belgian beer every day for 4 years and never have the same beer twice. That's that's a lot of beers. You would become I guess 1 beer a day is not the worst. But that's a lot of calories. Let's be real. It's a lot of calories. It has so many twists and turns. I don't know, Noah. I think if you watch it and you've seen movies before, you will kind of know what's gonna happen. Like nothing was really surprising. Like I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I don't think every movie has to be surprising. But I think the plot was pretty predictable. Um. Okay, wait. I think my music stopped. Come on, YouTube. Did anyone watch the J anime? I like we just specified J anime. Your boy Kongming, the song Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That was a really surprising concept. That sounds like a level 3 anime right there, Travel. Belgium is not a real country. I'm against spreading conspiracy theories. Yeah, stop pretending Belgium exists, man. It was so peaceful. No, I gotta keep torturing you with the I'm a K-pop Chicano hunter. And I'm going to force Chicano to listen to K-pop. No. It's what would you call it? It's like we're hunting Chicano down with K-pop. Like that's what it is. Love scenario, yes, yes. Where the waffles come from? They're made up. It's like French fries are probably not from France. It's like that. That dude's a Korea boo. Zirconian? Zirconian's a Korea boo? You know Zirconian, or he's like the biggest K-pop fan around. Um, who is a Korean boo? I don't know. I think all of us, a lot of people in the chat are feeling attacked if someone says that dude is a Korean boo. Everyone here but me. Right, right, okay. You're not a solo leveling fan. French fries aren't French. Chinese food isn't Chinese. Oh no. Maybe some Chinese food is not like properly Chinese. Like there's a lot of Americanized Chinese food, you know? Like sweet and sour pork, orange chicken, that kind of stuff. Oh no, hero. Typing that in Japanese, that's a level 3. Yeah, you definitely are a level 3. That is a level 3 move. You should have said like like what was the Japanese was in the list. Chinese food here in the States definitely isn't, but Chinese food in Richmond is. American Chinese food is American. It is. It is. Hero went nuclear. That was level 3.5 behavior. I think Hero was just trying to prove their point. Like they're like, I am a level 3 and I'll prove it. You out level 3, Chikado. No, Chikado, you gotta up your game. You gotta get that waifu in your car. I know an actual Koreaboo. He's a dude that uses oppa when he's older than some guys. Wait, shouldn't you use it when you're a dude that uses oppa when he's older than some guy? That's like completely incorrect. And posted Instagram stories about him marrying Korean guys. Ooh, saying that they're most handsome men in this world. Ew. Yeah, I don't love that. I don't love that. Also, role playing with ChatGPT, calling it oppa. Ew. What? Is he okay? You couldn't hide or deny that was a big level 3 move, honestly. And welcome in, Blue Flare. How are you? You don't tell me there's Chinese food in Mexico. You don't believe her? Oh no, I've never been. There's probably Chinese food everywhere, but like, it depends how authentic it is, you know? An Outback Steakhouse has 0 Australian food or recipes. No. I still need to go to that. I found like after the Coney was talking about Norwegian food, I found a restaurant that actually sells Norwegian food here. It's like one restaurant. I gotta hit that up. And I still gotta hit up the Hawaiian food restaurant. I really want to try the Hawaiian barbecue. Were you able to read my Nihongo? I was able to read 99% of it, which I'm proud of. Honestly, I've been trying to recently study up on my kanji again because my kanji vocabulary are quite bad. And I was going through the JLPT kanji list, and if you guys don't know, I did the JLPT N30 and I passed. But then I was going through I was like, okay, so I passed the N30, so let me start there. And then I didn't know like any of them. Like I knew like maybe 5% of them. And I was like, how the hell did I pass the test? And I was like thinking back on the test. I'm pretty sure I guessed most of it. Like the thing is, like they give you the kanji in like a sentence. So like I think I just guessed each one from context, and it's multiple choice. So I think I just guessed them all. So I don't know how I passed it, honestly. I'm very illiterate. Nice hairstyle. Thank you, thank you. Kanji is so difficult. Yeah, it's annoying. I'm trying to improve my vocabulary. I'm trying to improve my vocabulary because it's kind of hard to speak sometimes because it's like I'm trying to say stuff, but I'm like, oh, I don't know the word, you know? The worst thing is actually taking Korean lessons, so you know that you're not supposed to use oppa if you're I mean, you would just know that from like watching K-dramas or like following K-pop, you know? But I don't know, he just decided to ignore all that. It's like super weird. Because he's not supposed to use oppa if it's like two dudes, you know? If you aren't Japanese and can read and write kanji, you're level 4 as far as I'm concerned. A lot of times, yes. Usually the people out here learning Japanese and like the people who okay, the worst thing though, like I didn't even mind that Japanese that he even though it was very weeby that he sent me that. I don't even mind because I can tell that wasn't Google translated Japanese. So many people come in, like weebs will come in and they'll send me Google translated Japanese, and I hate it. I'm like, don't. Even if I respond in Japanese, you're not gonna know what I'm saying. Why send it in Japanese? Like, I'm clearly speaking English this whole time. And they come in and they're like, like the message will be like, it's really obvious when it's Google translated. So like, that's my pet peeve. Like, if you're gonna send me Japanese, do it right. Yeah, I think most people who learn Japanese without any reason to have to know Japanese is it's weeb behavior. It's a fraction of what Chinese learn. Yeah, I know. Chinese characters are a lot like there's a lot more complicated ones. Like it's a lot more complicated ones like than kanji. Try learning Japanese for a week. The grammar is pretty similar to Korean, which is a smooth transition. Yeah, the grammar is really, really similar. Because I tried learning Korean for a little bit, and the grammar is like almost the same. Yeah, but the alphabet is way harder than Korean. Korean has such a nice alphabet. I'm so jealous. I wish Japan just had like a similar alphabet. Because like, that's the most annoying thing about Japanese. I only know the most basic kanji. A lot of it just from memorization. Yeah, we're talking about weeb levels. Yeah. The Google Translate stuff, I wasn't even considering the orewa part of the sentence because it's like usually not there. No. People will come in and it will be like, anata wa, you know, like they'll say like anata and it's like obviously that's from Google Translate, you know? Or like it will have like a really strange word in there. Oh my god, one time someone came in, it was so fun. Okay, you'll get a kick out of this actually, Hiro, because you speak you know Japanese. Someone came in and they sent like they were like, hello, Miju-san, but it was the kanji for 3 and the kanji for 10. And it was like they clearly put that into Google Translate, sent it to me. It was so funny. I was like, what is he typing? And then then I realized I was like, me Jew. Like I was dying at that. Yeah, phonetically correct, but it was like obviously like that's if you even study Japanese a little bit, you would know that's wrong. All things considered, you don't have a reason, but I'd like to communicate with locals over cars, games, media. Does that make me level 3? I mean, it's not that you want to communicate. It's not that you want to communicate. It's more just like the interest to begin with, you know? But I don't think you can escape your level 3 weebness. Like, I think it's you're already there. You know, some Chinese that can guess the meaning of kanji. Yeah, I heard some Chinese people can, speaking of the JLPT test, some of them can pass like level 1 or like the hardest level just because they're the JLPT doesn't have a speaking portion. It's just like reading, writing, and listening. So you can actually pass it without being able to speak Japanese, which is kind of a flawed system, honestly. Me, Ju, no. It's a 3 first, and then the 10. And there's an extra me there. They sent like 3 and 10. My mouse doesn't work. Help. If you're on level 3, you're there. Yeah. And welcome in, Lucas. I'm doing good. How are you? Yeah. Hero's got it. Jack's trying his hardest. He's learning. Your next mission is acquiring the rare weed pass from you. You'd have to do something really crazy. Like you'd have to like save my life or something. You can have the weed pass. If I was crossing the road, I was about to get hit by a car, and you saved my life, you can have a weed pass. Like, just holding the door won't do it, you know? Hold the door. No, 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 no. That won't. That's not enough for level 3. Like, if you're level 1, maybe. But like level 30, no, no. It's gotta be a big gesture, you know? Like, if you sacrifice your life for me, if you die for me, you can have a weed pass. How about that? You can only have the weed pass if you die. Can someone with the low, sorry, I'm reading two things at once. Can someone with the weed pass get away with calling you Miju Senpai? No. If you had a weed pass and you called me Miju Senpai, then you would immediately, you would immediately have level 3 again. Miju, you should have a low sodium diet. Could be life-saving advice. Jimmy, are you a weeb? I think you gotta like really, really surprise me or something. Yeah, exactly. So I hate when people, so actually, yeah. When people come in with the Google Translate Japanese, or when people come in with like, when people call me unironically, like, Miju-chan. Like, I'm like, why? Please don't call me that. Better say that in my eulogy. Okay, I'll say it in your eulogy. I'll say it in your eulogy. You gotta die in order to be allowed to use Google. No. You can't use Google Translate even in death. I'm sorry. You can have a weed pass at death, but if you die and then like your gravestone has like Google Translate Japanese on it, it would be like, you know, that you would immediately, you know, you would immediately have your weeb level back up. Rip Chicano, but he finally acquired his weeb pass. I will say that at your funeral, Chicano. I'll be there. Immediately revoked. Exactly. I wouldn't dare Miju-chan, maybe San, but not Chan, too embarrassed. Honestly, yeah, that's the thing. Like, the people who call me Miju, the people who call me Miju-chan, I'm like, bro, I don't even know you. Like, at least be polite. Like, like if people come in and they're just, just call me Chan. Like, I've never met you before. Like, why? Well, that's really impolite, honestly. Like, that's the thing that bothers me more as well. And then some people say like Miju sama. Okay, Angel, I'm about to say don't say that. Cause like that's clearly they just learned that from anime. Cause no one says the IRL unless you're like literally meeting the emperor or something, you know? Do people come on stream and be like Yumi? Who's Yumi? Miju-chan. They do. Once in a while, we get someone going like Miju-chan, and I hate it. At least treat me with the formality that I deserve, you know? Miju will fold the weed pass into your hand if you have an open casket funeral. You know, like people throw the flowers into the grave. I'll throw the weed pass. I'll just write on a piece of paper. You have a weed pass, and I'll throw it into the grave. And then, when you're about to get sent to hell because you're a weeb, and then you show the weeb path and they're like, oh, you're chill, you can go to heaven, dude. And that's how it works. I don't know how you would do so well not to say Miju-chan. That's like socially cringy. I mean, Hero, you've been on Twitch, you've been in Twitch chat, are you really surprised? What does sama even mean? Yeah, it's like Lord, or like it's like a really, really polite way to say it, but you wouldn't use it in like a normal situation. At least laminate the weeb pass. Well, okay, yeah, fine. Okay, I'll laminate it. Chikano didn't know what sama was. He gets weeb. Didn't know what sama. He does know what sama means. It is like Lord. I'm not surprised at all. Yeah, exactly. Hiro-chan, okay. Hiro's given us express permission to call them Hiro-chan. I believe in reincarnation in the next life, so I'll be born with the weeb pass. Let's go. Do Japanese go to heaven or hell? Do weebs? Weebs go to hell. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. You came in at a funny time. Welcome in, Ernie. Ernie said, well, I gave Ernie a weeb pass because I love Ernie, and of course she gets a weeb pass. But she kind of said, what would it take? What would it take to get a weeb pass? And I said, you have to sacrifice your life for me. Like if I was about to get hit by a car, she kind of pushes me out of the way, gets hit by the car himself, then I would give him a weeb pass. Would you call the Emperor Sama? I'm sure there's like a special title for it. I'm sure. I think he has a special title. I don't know what it is. So it's like Your Majesty, kind of. You would use it. Like if you're in like a really formal situation, you might use it, but it's only for. It's very specific. Spider Queen. Are you streaming today, Ernie? Did you clean up your background so we won't judge you for your basement? Haven't you read the books? All weaves go to heaven. That's not a real book, man. Hate you guys. We love you too. Chan is like an honorary suffix to attach to name as a sign of endearment. Sometimes in a way you call like English. Yeah, like it's kind of like buddy. You would say it to someone who's a lot younger than you. Usually children. They have to be like significantly younger than you, and even then, you wouldn't really say it to an adult stranger in public unless they were. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you wouldn't. It's mainly for children. At least he still gets one. Yeah, he gets one only in death. In Norwegian, we address everyone by their first names except for the royal family. What did they get? The last names? You do plan to stream? Undecided on camera. Okay, fair enough. What is kun? It's like the boy version. So chan is generally for girls. It can be used for boys too. It can be either. But kun is for boys. You're so sleepy. Welcome in, protagonist. You're sleepy at almost noon. What happened? Did you not sleep properly last night? Is 2 to 3 years younger young enough to use Chan? No. Maybe. No, probably. I mean, it depends how close you are. I just have a cry cut vinyl behind you and various things on the table way back there. You have so much basement behind me. Oh yeah, you gotta, if you want to stream with the camera, you gotta be strategic in front of a wall. You know, you don't want like the whole room in the background. Otherwise you have to keep the whole room clean, you know? The royal family doesn't have, they don't have last names? That's crazy. You just say the king or his majesty. That's so weird they don't have last names. So in anime, when they say Onichan, is that wrong? No, that's for your brother. An older brother. It wouldn't be weird to call your older brother that. Two to three stressful dreams, plus only getting an inconsistent 4 to 5 hours of sleep. Oh, I'm sorry, that sucks. I hope you can sleep well soon. I don't know I don't have any advice for you. You do what's best. And not to out myself, but in Persona 3, one of the adults kept calling a girl Kirijo Kirijo-kun, and I did assume kun was for boys, so I was confused. It can be used kind of interchangeably. It kind of just depends on the vibes, you know? Sometimes if there's like a really young boy, you can call them chan. It's okay, because like generally you call things that are cute chan. And like a dog or something like that, you know? Like you could call them chan, even if it's a boy. And some girls could be called kun. Like a lot of times, like older guys will call younger girls that they have like a more like sibling relationship kun. Sometimes like last name kun. That can be common. It kind of there's a lot of nuance to it. It's kind of like it's hard to tell by there's like ground rules and then there's like exceptions. Your eyes says no, sorry. They don't have like a house or anything? Like how the English family is the house of winds. I've like literally never heard that. So Rex. Wait, we have a Rex in chat. Maybe they're the Norwegian royal family. um, what do fans of Australian things get called? A W roo? Wait, what does a W stand for? You took a nap yesterday, so maybe that messed me up. Oh yeah. Sometimes I don't nap because it messes up my sleep schedule. They're the house of Glucksberg. That's clear. I feel like it's really wrong. Really wrong pronunciation. But they don't legally have last names. Okay. I guess it's like, you know how like Beyonce doesn't have a last name? It's like that. I mean, she has a last name, but like Beyonce is just Beyonce. Like you don't need to refer to her last name. W, wee brew, like Korea boo. But why would that be Australian? Like they should be called like Aussie boo, you know? Suddenly I'm Norwegian. You're now the royal family of Norway. Beyonce knows. I know she has a last name, but like you don't have to say her last name. Like Zendaya. Yeah, exactly. Like Zendaya. Yeah, there's a lot of people. You could just say their name and or their first name, and that's it. Everyone knows who you're talking about. But it's I can't think of anyone. I'm sure there's lots of other people that have that. I don't know who has like real names, you know? Like is Lizzo's real name? Like is that her first name or is that just a stage name? Maybe it's just a stage name. Kanye West. That's two names. Obama. No one knows his last name. Oh no. That's true. You could just say Obama. Or Rose. True. True. So many celebrities have fake names. That was a thing that confused me. Like I'm pretty sure Jill from Twice is her real name is Jisoo, right? And like it's confusing. It's like why? It's like why? Sometimes they just change their name from one Korean name to another Korean name. It's like why do they do that? It's Jisoo. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong person. And welcome in Nika. We're doing well. Or Miju. No one knows her name. It's just Miju. You know who it is when you say it. Miji could go by Eminem. What? Then Ricky would be like too obsessed with me. I don't know. No wonder Ricky likes to hear. Yeah, true, exactly. Running Man Songjio's real name is like Chung Nam. No, she changed her name. Like I remember like they were going on like a traveling episode and they were like, wait, is this your real name? And she's like, yeah, I changed it. And I'm like, she just changes her name all the time. I guess maybe she doesn't want people to find it out. I don't really know. Very strange. Next you say Rose is actually Chung. It's like I mean Rose is technically both, right? It's not Rose's not like a stage name, it's her English name. Same with Jenny. Actually no, Jenny's name is just Jenny. She doesn't have a Korean name. Like Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez are actually brothers, and Nicolas Cage's last name is actually Coppola. What? I mean, I guess Nicolas Cage doesn't sound like a real name. Lisa too? I mean, Lisa's real name is Lalisa. But like, Lisa's technically still her name, right? It's like a nickname. I miss Ricky to come back from real life. He's busy living his life today. Waste critical. Waste critical. Yes, that's him. Isn't his last name White? Isn't his name Charles White? That's his name, right? Roseanne is what Rose was called in Australia. Yeah, I doubt they called her Rose in Australia. Like they probably just called her Rose or Rosie or whatever. And they gave her the stage name Rose. But yeah, that is technically her real name. Like her name is Roseanne. And welcome in Spray. React to music video. Win 100 subs. That's okay. Katy Perry's last name is actually Hudson, not Perry. I don't really. That doesn't surprise me. Um, Charles Christopher White Jr. Is that why do you know his full name like that? What? Charlie White, such a Florida man name. It really is. He's such a Florida man. I watched like a video of him like I didn't really realize he was like a such a Florida man because like he's like a Twitch streamer, so I thought he was like a pretty like like a West Coast kind of like urban is the wrong word, like a city kind of guy. But like there was like a Twitch drama about that guy who like shot a gun on stream, and then he was like, "That's not a gun. This is a gun," and he pulls out like a rifle. And I was like, oh my god, I forgot he's from Florida. I was like that was like out of nowhere. I was like, damn, he is not like other streamers. He is a Florida man at heart. You Googled it. Sure, sure, yeah. Actors and singers often use stage names. I mean, yeah, sometimes their name just is easier to say or like more catchy. You like the current featurings between English and Korean singers makes for some catchy music. I mean, yeah, more cross collaboration is always a good thing. Um, he's the best Florida man. Yeah, and he like never leaves the state too, because he like is scared of flying, so he actually doesn't really like he only goes places he can drive. Very very American. Um, he's the best Florida man. I mean, I don't know that many Florida guys, so I guess he is, yeah. Plus, he's really tall. True, true. Show Charles some respect. The man carried the Hunger Games franchise when he took the role of hospital helper number one. True. Oh my gosh, he's a renowned actor. I forgot. Um, it's it's. Sorry, hold on. Um, yeah, it's I no, I'm a big Moist Critical fan. I like watching his videos. He's an entertaining guy. I think he has that star quality for sure. How far into the good place? I don't think Angel's very far in, judging from some of their comments. Oh, I was like, I won't say anything. I watched The Good Place fairly recently. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It's not like um there was one season where I felt like it kind of dragged. But then it kind of came back. I think it's a sweet show. I like Janet. Janet's my favorite. I like Janet, and I forgot his name now. Uh, uh, what's his name? The guy, the main guy, the main guy with the old guy. What's his name? Oh my god, I'm blanking. No, the old guy. Not Junior. He's not old. Michael. Yeah, Michael. Yeah. Um, I was so I was really blanking. It was a while since I watched it. Um, but yeah, you can't stand Jason. Should have stayed as Gianni. I think Jason was annoying at the start, but he grows on you. I think you'll like him later. But he's really annoying at the start. I actually don't like him at the start as well. Um, Janet is the best. Yeah, Janet's my favorite. Ted Danson, the legend. Yeah, I thought his performance was really good. I mean, honestly, all their performances are pretty good. Um, oh, true, I forgot he's a Florida man. Yeah, Jason is a Florida man. Um, Chidi plays someone in a kids show I watched, and I looked him up. My mind was blown because he looked super familiar. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like Chidi too. I like the. I think it's an interesting show. There's a lot. I think there's a lot of fun concepts, you know? I enjoyed it. It's not like my favorite sitcom because there's sitcoms I like better, I think, but it was definitely cool concepts. And I like seeing all the Parks and Rec people show up. I feel like those I guess it's like a certain production company. They hire a lot of the same people. Like is it Michael Schur? There's a lot of same people. Like same with Brooklyn Nine-Nine. A lot of overlap. It's a sitcom at whose ending I cried the most. I mean, yeah, most sitcoms I don't cry at the ending, I guess. So I probably for me as well. But I don't know. Did I cry at the end? I must have. I cry pretty easily, so I must have cried. Fresh Prince was a sitcom I grew up. I love Fresh Prince. I don't know if it still holds up because I haven't watched it in a while, but I love Fresh Prince. Does it hold up? I hope so. I think it does, right? Michael Schur is amazing. I don't know too much about him, but I like a lot of his shows for sure. Someone suggested Shameless, but I started stumbling into this show by complete accident. A lot of people were recommending The Good Place. It's definitely a good show. If you like something like, it's kind of like, it's like a more, it's a high concept kind of comedy, I would say. Not high concept, but like it's a very concept heavy comedy. And it's very well written, and except like one season kind of drags. But it's very well written and it's funny, and yeah, it's good. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is basically just former SNL guys. Is it? Isn't it just Andy Samberg who's a former SNL guy, or maybe some other people as well? I don't know. It's not anime, so I'm moving up. Yeah, that's true. That's true. When Michael kicked the dog into this. Yeah. The show is very funny. Yeah, it's I've been rewatching favorite comedy. I think Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I've been rewatching it, and as much as I think the last season they were in a tough spot, obviously. So it was a bit off. But I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I love Parks and Rec. Those are my favorite comedies for sure. I think there's a couple of lines that are cancelable today, but I think it very much holds up. It's the funniest sitcom. I love Fresh Prince as well. I need to rewatch it. Because I would probably rank it pretty highly as well, but I haven't watched it in so long that I don't really remember it enough. What are your guys' favorite Brooklyn Nine-Nine characters? Because mine is Captain Holt, Doug Judy. I love Doug Judy. And Gina. But if I pretty much am Amy. Like, I feel like that's me. You know? So like I feel like I should pick her, but like I am Amy, you know? But I love Jake. So maybe that's why. Maybe I'm an Amy and I love Jake. Lin-Manuel and Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson was in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I don't remember. I don't think Lin-Manuel is an SNL guy, by the way. I don't think that's his what he's known for. I don't think he was on the cast. You never watched Friends or Full House? I never got into Friends. I know it's a good show, but I never got into it. You like Boyle? Are you a Boyle? Is that you? I feel like you're not. I don't know who you'd be. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Parks and Rec. I should check them out more. Parks and Rec is one of those shows. I think it's like The Office. It has the same problem where it's like the first season is like kind of bad. Like it takes a while for them to get into the rhythm, but once it starts, it's good. You know. They had some like casting. There were some boring characters at the start, but then they go into it. I like how he always says it's Charles from work. True, that's funny. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is genuinely so funny. I'm a huge fan. I love Captain Holt. Like whenever a lot of the jokes they lean on are like they do something, they're like messing around in the precinct, and then Captain Holt walks in, they're like, oh my god, we're gonna be in trouble, and then Captain Holt like gets in on it, you know. I think it's a fun time. You're Jake, you never grew up. Can you guys not identify with Jake? It's gonna ruin my Andy Samberg celebrity crush. Terry Crews is your favorite SNL cast member? Yeah, I was like, I'm trying to think of how many cast members are SNL, but I'm pretty sure Ratzi does not know who's on SNL. Or like they were on SNL like one time, you know? And Welcome in Kovars. Um, the final season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine sucked. I mean, there wasn't much they could do, you know, like, cause like they were making a police show, and like obviously the political landscape around police was like, you know, a bit rough. But honestly, I always felt like Brooklyn Nine-Nine doesn't really take place in the real world, right? Like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, it's like it takes place in like a modern world where it seems like similar to ours, but I don't think it's our world, right? It's a sitcom, so it's like very fantastical, and there's a lot of like things that wouldn't happen in real life, right? So I think they could have just kept with that. I don't know if they really, but then at the same time, like the show is very progressive, right? So, um, I guess it's hard for them not to address it. Um, I suppose any Canadian comedians head south. I'm not sure. Maybe. I mean, I think a lot of the production and stuff is in America, right? SNL has had so many. Yeah, I guess honestly, any comedy show probably has like one SNL cast member. The only memory I have of Brooklyn Nine-Nine is the edgy girl I think I watched when it first dropped, and then we stopped watching TV altogether. I think you would love Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Angel. It's a great show. It's very funny. But you're busy with The Good Place. Then Manuel was part of the cast for Crucible Cast Party. Yeah, but like, are you really saying like someone who's on SNL once counts? Like I don't really think so. Because that's like a lot of people, surely. Like, surely every comedian has been, or every successful comedian, not every successful comedian, but like, surely many successful comedians have been on SNL like once, you know? But not necessarily like a permanent cast member. I don't know. Yeah, I think those are my favorites for sure. I love Parks and Rec, but it's a long rewatch, so I've been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine right now. But I love Gina as well, but she kind of comes and goes. Um, 13 members of SNL appeared on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yeah, fair enough. Have you ever seen the British sitcom IT Crowd? I'm wondering because I know you work in tech, and it's a show about the IT department at a random British corp. I don't watch stuff just because I work in tech, so I guess I haven't seen it, but I've heard of the show. Um, Kavaris is just always doing a bit. He does love bits. Um, and Lin-Manuel has 17 SNL appearances. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. He's a well-known guy, you know? You love IT Crowd? I've never watched it. Yeah. I don't think my occupation has anything to do with my media, with the media I consume. You should check it out. It's hilarious. Yeah, I've heard it's a good show. Uh, it's a big commitment though. There's a lot. I don't know if I don't know if I'm in the market for a new sitcom. I'm watching, like I said, I'm rewatching Brooklyn Nine-Nine right now, but that's kind of like a, you know, like a side thing. Cause like I've already seen it. I'm not like watching it super intensely or anything like that. Um, but yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna watch another sitcom next, or I don't know what kind of. I don't have any shows on my list. I think I can't think of anything right now. Maybe I do need a nice good show. Um, I started watching Avatar: The Last Airbender because he's such a weeb. That is such a weeb. Come on, you're gonna reach level 1. But good night has become like you're on in the background show. Yeah, yeah. I've been putting on like when I'm working and stuff like that. Because it's like if I've already watched it, I don't need to pay as much attention to it, right? Which is, 'cause if I'm gonna watch a show like from scratch, like if I'm gonna really watch a show, I want to watch it like not in the background. Like I want to watch it like put my attention on it. So, but I don't have a show at the moment. I want to watch like I said, I want to watch Sinners. And I don't know. I can't remember what else was on my list. Kavaris and I binged a 6-episode miniseries last night. That's long. What the hell? What time did you go to sleep? You got a few shows I can watch. They're all gonna be anime, man. Watching shows takes 100% attention on first watch. Exactly, exactly. I want to be like distracted, you know? I gotta appreciate it. The movie Sinners, yes. I love Michael B. Jordan. Sinners is really good. I know, I've heard. I suggested to an American streamer, IT Crowd. Others agreed she didn't last 2 minutes. I mean, maybe it's just not her type of show. I don't think it's necessarily because she's American. Gurney's American. She likes IT Crowd. It's on HBO Max right now. I don't know if you have it. We don't have HBO Max in Canada, but we have something called Crave. I think it's on Prime. Keep getting ads for it on Prime. Maybe it's not on Prime. I'll have Crave soon. Like 3 a.m. Oh my god, Ernie. It's late. You watched reached season 3 of Deep Space Nine. It's so long, like 26, 45-minute episodes per season. Even on the grind. You don't only watch anime. I know, but the ones you're gonna recommend me are obviously anime. It's really good. Sinners. Okay, I'll watch it. And welcome in Abigail. Hope you're doing well. And welcome back, Ratzi, from your cereal. I thought Ernie was in South America. What? Why? That's a lot. Yeah, it's nice not having to rush out with Pilates. But I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't want to lose my abs, you know. Ernie and Coco gave off Southern accent. Yeah, they sounded really American. I guess maybe Ratzi wasn't at the stream. You can go to Ernie's stream later today, and you'll see that she is definitely not South American. Yeah, she's definitely from the Midwest. You don't watch movie shows often anymore, including anime. Oh, okay. Well, then what are you recommending me? I guess you didn't like British humor. Dry humor doesn't sit with anyone. That's my vibe, honestly. I do. I mean, you guys watch my stream. You guys know it. I would say I'm fairly dry. But all of y'all, everyone is Canadian. The Korean being Norwegian, blew your mind? What? I'm pretty sure only some of us are Canadian, but the Canadian ones are cool. You should watch Prison Break or Prison School. I've watched Prison Break, the American show. I will not watch Prison School, thank you very much. It's a level 3 anime. You guys know I couldn't handle that. And from what you guys have told me about it, sounds weird. You guys are like, yeah, it's a weird show, so. Americans try to remake IT Crowd and other UK. Yeah, when Americans try to remake it, it's really bad. Like I when I was a kid, I liked, or not kid, sorry. When I was a teen, I liked Skins. But the American Skins is so weird. There's a lot of stuff like that. I've watched a fair amount of British shows. There's some really good ones. Did you watch Superman? Yeah. Welcome in, Trev. I have not watched Superman. I'm sorry. I'm not that interested. I've never watched any Superman movies, so I'm not super interested. When I was younger, I used to watch Supergirl. Has Jeremy Jordan in it. I started on like level 1 stuff like Sailor Moon. I've watched Sailor Moon when I was a kid, of course. I was a Japanese young girl. Of course I watched Sailor Moon. I used to play, I told this to a lot of people, but I used to play Sailor Moon with my friends. Like, you know, you play house or whatever, and we would all fight over Sailor Mercury. Like, I don't know why. Like, we all wanted to be, we would fight over it. We'd be like, I'm Sailor Mercury today. And they're like, no, no one wants to be Sailor Moon. Like, she's too basic, I guess. The US version of The Office lacks the bone-chilling cringe of the original. What? Sailor Moon, but not Pokemon. No, I watched like Sailor Moon, Doraemon, and Conan. But yeah, so they're old now. Did you watch Hamitaro? I watched Hamitaro a little bit, but I don't know what Samurai Pizza Cats is. I've never heard of them in my life. Really, Mercury was the one that fought over the surprise. I know it's surprising, right? It's like, why? Like, Mercury's cool, don't get me wrong, but like, I guess we were all like super into her. I don't even know. Like, she is kind of cool, but I feel like that's not the typical. Like, I feel like we would fight over like Sailor Moon. Like, we want to be the main character, right? Like, it's so weird. I don't know why. I don't know why. I guess me and my friends were just we were like captaining the Sailor Mercury fan club. What's that episode 100 of Detective Conan? Is it good as an adult? Does it hold up? Because like I haven't watched it since I was a kid. Moon, Mars, or Venus? Yeah, exactly. They're like the more main characters. And I don't really know. The nerd characters are the best. You're a Sailor Mercury at heart. Of course. Wait, I meant to ask Draconian. Sorry, I'm just asking on in public. Are you gonna stream tomorrow? I mean, obviously we have Ernie stream today. But I wasn't sure. Maybe we'll ask later. But today's pretty chill because I don't have Pilates like I said. So, sorry, this is not in general. This is not related to your stream. This is just life in general. I was trying to plan out my weekend. You know, I need to know my plans in advance. Depends on how long the football match goes. Euro finals. Okay. Well, just let me know, man. The Pilates, how will you open door? No, I think I might go to the gym, but I'm not a gym guy, so I'm not really sure. I'll definitely do my ab workouts at home. I need to do I like to do my bicycle crunches, and there's this thing called the 100 where you put your legs up, tabletop, you crunch up, and then you like pulse your hands 100 times. It's brutal. So at the same time as your stream, there's no way, man. How are you gonna? That's not the right timing. Okay, I see. We'll just have to live our weekend without your stream. Is England playing? Okay. Germany's out, so football's coming home. I don't know what that means. Okay. Women's final, not men's. What are you trying to say, Ratsy? Do you hate women, Ratsy? You saw Sergey vid where she did a workout, 3 sets of 30 leg raises, flat on her back, lift like 45 degrees. Oh, I hate leg raises. I have really weak hip flexors. And then 2 sets of 25 mini crunches, and I was like, that's it? No, because K-pop idols, they don't like having muscle, Angel. They just don't eat. They don't like muscle. You just know more about men's football. Nice save. Oh yes, I'll send you that post, Ernie. Don't worry. I got you. It's a nice show to put on when I want to watch something simple. The old animation styles I do miss. Some deaths can be brutal. Just reminding myself how often people die when they're around is funny. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I guess it can be enjoyable as an adult for sure. She's toned as hell, and it's really all she does sometimes. Honestly, Angel, I have pretty weak abs. You can just see muscles very well when you're skinny. That's actually all there is to it. You don't even need strong abs. Like I probably cannot do a sit-up, but I have visible abs. It's just like if there's no fat covering your muscle, it will look more toned. Like when I started doing Pilates, I could see a visible difference really quickly. Kavaris is saying I have to commit to being evil. No, it's not. I'll send you the post. Once I stopped thinking about when the plot progressed, it's pretty enjoyable. I mean, considering how long the show has gone on, you have to understand. You will be like, oh yeah, okay, the plot's not gonna progress. But yeah, I think I will leave it here for today because I gotta go eat lunch, get some workout in, go to the gym, all that stuff. I'm kind of hungry now. But yeah, I'll leave it here for today. Make sure you guys follow Ernie on Twitch if you want to see her stream some Baldur's Gate. I don't know what time she's streaming. I don't think she knows what time she's streaming. So if you wanna watch that, make sure to follow her. But yeah, other than that, join the Discord if you haven't already. I'll be streaming again tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific as usual. But if I don't see you before then, Have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you all in the Discord. And yeah, take care, everyone.